Lost inside this darkness that I cannot control. So held back by this fire inside my beating heart. What else can I do? When my world falls apart, in this place I drown in my tears, my fears, my God, what have I done? In this place away, in the pain, no gain, nothing patched, nothing won, but I had my fun. You say I don't see it, maybe I just need new eyes, because the hardest thing to see is when you need to say goodbye. Waiting here, and I cannot go home until I find my demons wherever they may roam. Something deep inside, like stealing your regrets. Drowning is the easy part if they haven't got you yet. When my world falls apart, in this place I drown in my tears, my fears, my God, what have I done? In this place away, in the pain, no gain, nothing patched, nothing won, but I had my fun. You say I don't see it, maybe I just need new eyes, because the hardest thing to see is when you need to say goodbye.
Spotlight burns your face, every click a new trial. Voices loud, they scream, they compile. Shadows of her past, they clean, they chase. Like a ghost in the frame, you can't erase. Echoes of yesterday, they won't let her go. She's not the same, they don't wanna know. She's coming in higher, but we pull it down slow. Echoes of yesterday, louder than they should grow. Every upload, a crack in the skin. Fighting battles, they won't let her win. Change her colors, but they see black and white. She's in the ring alone, swinging for the light. Why can't they see? Why can't they see the woman she's trying to be? Echoes of yesterday, they won't let her go. She's not the same, but they don't want to know. She's coming higher, but they pull it down slow. Echoes of yesterday, louder than they should grow. Why can't they see? Why can't they see the woman she's trying to be? Every upload, a crack in her skin. Fighting battles, they won't let her win. Change her colors, but they see black and white. She's in the ring alone, swinging for the light. Why can't they see? Why can't they see the woman she's trying to be? Echoes of yesterday, they won't let her go. She's not the same, they don't wanna know. She's coming in higher, but they pull her down slow. Echoes of yesterday, louder than they should grow. Why can't they see? Why can't they see the woman she's trying to be? Why can't they see? Why can't they see the woman she's trying to be? They throw stones from the black glass and road. She's building castles from broken bones. Every star a story untold. She's a phoenix rising, wings of gold. Oh no! Why can't they see? stones from her glass thrones. She's building castles from broken bones. Every scar, a story untold. She's a phoenix rising, wings of gold. Echoes of yesterday. They won't. Every whisper pulls her back. Eyes like daggers in the dark, but they don't see her spark. What do you want? What do you gain? Dragging her through that old chain. Let her be free. She's not who she used to be. Stop taking praise for ghosts unseen. Let her be free. Every mirror reflects what they won't erase. Every whimper pulls her back. Eyes like daggers in the dark, but they don't see the spark. What do you want? What do you want? What do you gain? Dragging up through that old chain. Let her be free. She's not who she used to be. Stop taking praise for ghosts unseen. Let her be free. Every mirror reflects what they won't erase. Every headline shouts out her old disgrace. But she's climbing now with bloody hands. They don't understand. Let her be free. She's not who she used to be. Stop taking praise for ghosts unseen. Let her be free. She doesn't know you a single fear. She shed them all for years and years. When you shout, you drag her name, but your chains won't hold the same.
Hey. Where was I? There we go. So, how you guys doing today? Hope you had a good Sunday. I finally finished all the painting that I did at my friend's house. It looks amazing. My blood is boiling. I'm trying to remain calm here. So, we're just going to get right into it. Tonight, there's a lot to go over. And the first half of this is not something I expected to have to go over, but oh boy. All right. Let me back up. On November 2nd of 2023, I was diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer. It was something that I took with a grain of salt. I knew that YouTube was going to be crazy and YouTube wasn't going to believe me and everything else. I had a recorded conversation. I started a channel called A Perplexed Journey, which is still up there. It's still out there. And I had a recorded conversation with my radiologist, as well as a recorded conversation from the nurse. And I showed it on my channel. And a fucking low-life piece of shit heifer who thinks she's all that, but she's truly the saddest woman in this community, made a comment tonight that put me through the motherfucking roof. But I'm trying to handle this with a calm tone. And I'm going to play you the clip. So you have to understand, hey, Peggy, as cool as I was, as calm as I was, there were many nights I cried myself sleep. There were my kids I know was scared. I know my daughter in Dayton were. Phoenix, he handled it like a champ. And it was, I had to go for chemo and I did 3 rounds because I wasn't doing the 4th one because I had a problem with the chemo and it was horrible. I had an allergic reaction on round 3. I lost all my hair. It was horrible. And it's not something that I would ever want anyone to go through, ever. And it was scary. Everyone was there for me. It was wonderful. But I wanted to handle it as best as I could on YouTube. And being that it was stage 1, I wasn't, how do I put this? I wasn't like freaking out, "Oh my God, I'm gonna die." It was nothing like that. I didn't start a GoFundMe. I didn't answer, like, I just didn't, I just wanted to get through it. Okay. And of course, you had your assholes. Didn't matter what proof I put out there. All these assholes had something to say. "Oh, does she really have it?" But sit the fuck down. And this was even before the infamous CPS call got outed. And they were still doubting me. It was still, "Sure, you have it." It didn't matter how much fucking proof I showed. So during that year of 2024, no different than, my life and what I do now. I speak my opinion like everybody else. I don't grift. And I call it as I see it, depending on not, and let me rephrase it, not even depending on who it is, because I'll call out anybody and I'll also stick up for anybody. Everybody makes mistakes. Hey, pumpkin pie. Everyone in this community has done things that they're not proud of. What I didn't do, I didn't lie about fucking cancer. What I didn't do, I never sent somebody to someone's house. What I didn't do, I never filed a fucking lawsuit, countersuit, or anything else. Well, seems like I'm shutting your door. What I didn't do is try to ruin Summer's day by sending someone out there just to fuck with Dolly. You know what I didn't do? I never, hey, dildo. What I didn't do is I never fucking contacted family members of cases. What I didn't do, the list is endless. And what I didn't do is garner sympathy for my GoFundMe, just so I can, say I'm such a victim. Didn't do any of that. But I sure know someone that did, don't we, Queenbee? Yep, we sure do. That would be you, bitch. So I'm riding home from my friend's house today. And all right, for all of you guys that, hold on. No matter what you've done on YouTube, Laura, you handled your cancer journey with grace, courage, and positivity. Never let anyone take that from you. Thank you. Thank you. Huh? You didn't put out a picture from high school and pass it like it's her now? What are you talking about? Who high school? I never passed around Queenbee's high school picture. I don't fucking know when she graduated. The only picture that went around about QB was her mugshots, and I'm not the one that put it out. Nice try, though. So, hey, Janessa. So, now I lost my train of thought. So I'm driving home today, and someone jumps up on Queenbee's panel And Queenbee, it said, all right, so anyone listen to Britney today? Britney stated that Britney stated that people, or I'm sorry, Brantley went up on our channel and said that he's very afraid that somebody wants to hurt her or that people are going to hurt her, something like that. So Queenbee, this is where I agree with her, said that that's absolutely not true. Nobody wants her hurt. Nobody wants to see anything bad happen to her. And I agree with that. So she says, someone jumps up on panel and says, well, I agree. I don't know where it all started, but I think it started on Laura's channel. Excuse me? Where did you ever hear that me or Six Up, which is the two main people that I've had on panel to talk about her, would want something to happen to her? That is a fucking blatant lie. But of course, I will give this person the benefit of the doubt, and I'll give her the benefit of the doubt on this, that maybe she misheard something, maybe she got rumors secondhand, something. So I'll give it to her. But QB, no. This is what QB said. The histrionics are wild. Hold on.
Yeah, at all. We never spoke about her kids being in the room. We said she was in the room sitting right beside him.
Now, see, I was going to say, I don't know where she's getting all this shit from. I just don't really know where the hell.
Part of it, I think, is some of perplexed Laura's live that went on last night with Ellie. I think
at no point did any of that ever fucking happen on my channel. Ever.
Some of it.
See, and that's the thing, too. Why she's reviving her dead fucking channel.
Yeah.
But you know what's really fucked up is guess whose subs go over there? BJ's. Why? Because BJ tried to go over there and hang with her.
Okay. First of all, you lie as much as sinner, Queenbee. Let's go through the timeline. One, my channel has never been dead. I also didn't go after Brittney or Betty and dig it into the ground to grow my fucking channel like you do, Queenbee. The only reason why your channel grew, bitch, was because of me. Do you remember that, Queenbee? Let's go back to memory lane. My haters were coming into your chat. That is how your channel grew. Or did we forget that? That's fact, Queenbee. Without me, the whole DC would have never even known who the fuck you were. You were sitting over there with 50 people. I started coming over there because of JT. I started coming over there. My haters followed. And all of a sudden, your channel started to grow. Then we had the whole Savage incident where Savage, brought her people over to you just to get me out of you. Remember that? Yeah, that's the history, Queenbee. And then all of a sudden, all of my haters were so happy that I wasn't fucking with you anymore, and they all started to watch you. That is how you originally grew, but how quickly you forget.
And be cool with her. Mm-hmm. When you accept that kind of shit back into your fucking community or in your community at all.
Queenbee, you have done more real life shit than I've ever even thought of doing. You are the grimiest bitch behind the scenes, and you sit there and act like you're so perfect. And I made a mistake years ago. And oh, that's the worst thing. But you chill with people and you hang out with people that have done far worse than I've ever done. And you don't have a problem with that. Bitch, sit your fucking fat ass down. Obviously, I fucking intimidate you, like, really bad.
You make people think that that shit's okay and they're going to be forgiven and everything's going to be all right.
Which I don't need your fucking forgiveness, nor do I want your forgiveness. I don't give a fuck what you do. But you don't hear me bashing you night after night after night at any time someone brings up your name. That's called integrity, something that you don't have. And I'm not intimidated by you. I'm not scared of you. Personally, I think you're trash and I think you're a complete lowlife. So there's nothing that you can say except the one motherfucking thing that could piss me off, which you did. But as far as you ranting, all you're doing is showing that I intimidate you somehow. And to me, it's pretty funny.
Now, fuck that. I don't play that shit. I don't go to Laura's fucking chats. I don't fuck with Laura. I don't fuck with anything she does. I do not condone CPS being called on anybody. I don't fuck with that. Never have.
And you know what I don't fuck with, Queen? I don't fuck with people who lie to their subs for sympathy. I don't fuck with people who blatantly rob the very hand that feeds you. And we're going to get into all that. You are no better than Britney. You seem to think you're on some kind of pedestal. Bitch, you strike people like a fucking little bitch. Like, you have to be the most insecure person on this platform. And for someone making about 30 grand a month, I don't know why you're so intimidated. I really don't. Me and my dead channel. But here you are going on and on and on. Like, you're so worried people are going to come over here and find out who you really are. It's like you're petrified of it. Why do you have to do this? Why do you have to run your mouth like you're some kind of badass when you're a fucking idiot? You don't even understand the difference between was and were when you're speaking. It's strange to me. And you disappear from your thing as much as fucking Britney does. The only difference is you don't say hold on. You just fucking disappear. And then your guests are sitting there like, and then they have to try to make small talk. You are literally gone as much as Britney.
Have, never will.
Oh, wait, you're not going to hate bond with her?
Who, Laura?
Yeah.
I don't want to hate bond. I don't want to like bond. I don't want to bond at all. Thanks, B. Tim. You guys can stay far over there.
Wait a minute.
I mean, after she used my money to pay her fucking bills for an entire year,
I used her money to pay my bills for an entire year. Bitch, you've never made me fucking money. I don't know what planet you're living in. I don't know what delusional world you have, but I can promise you, you made hell of a lot more money off my name than I've ever made on your name. My name is not Sinner. My name is not Jonesin. No, try again, Queenbee. But just you saying that shows how fucking intimidated you are. And you're so fucking worried about me that you just have to run that mouth, don't you? You fucking pathetic.
I mean, you think I'm gonna be friends with her?
Bro, she has more
She lied
videos.
on my fucking name for an entire year to pay her.
Now I lied on her name. We're going to get into your lies, Queenbee. But I lied on your name, bitch. I never lied on your fucking name. But I understand that you need to tell people that simply because if you don't, then they'll find out all the dirty shit you've done. I'm not you, Queenbee. I'm not Granny. I'm not fucking Jay. I don't need to lie on anybody's name. I don't roll like that. I never have rolled like that. I speak facts and truth. And I'm sorry that you're so afraid people are going to find out the truth about you, but they will.
Funky fucking bills. Why she claimed she had cancer? No, fuck that. I got.
While I claim I had cancer. When I tell you, if she was in front of me, I would have knocked her the fuck out. I was so livid when I heard her say that. Faked cancer, or when I allegedly had cancer. You stupid fucking cunt. Well, if there is one thing you just don't say that to somebody that went through cancer. Sorry, you just don't. But I would expect nothing else from this low-life piece of shit. But I took some notes. Okay, earlier in this stream, let me cut it. Earlier in this stream, she says Jonesin and Sinner fucked with her child. Asshole. Nobody foiled your fucking child. Not Jonesin, not fucking Sinner. This was made up in your head, almost, not even almost, just like you sitting there saying that I made money off of you for a fucking year. No, that never fucking happened, bitch. Ever. No one foiled your child. You are a liar. You cannot even foil a child. Jonesin, unlike you, actually showed the receipts for what she actually foiled. And you know what wasn't in there, Queenbee? Anything about your fucking child. You are a liar. You are no different than Britney. And it makes sense why Britney intimidates you so much. Why you got to talk about Britney and make up wild fucking allegations. I know why, because that's what you do best. Oh yeah, and put down the damn crack pipe. I never made squat off you. I can count on my hands how many times I even talked about you during my quote unquote alleged cancer, you fat, disgusting, low-life pig. Where are the receipts, Queenbee? Oh yeah, showing them like $200,000 that you've raised plus. I mean, you're buying animals, you're buying homes, you're buying cars, right, QB? Yep, you sure the fuck are. But not one damn receipt for an attorney. Not one. But reason I even mention it, and the reason why I even talk about receipts to your lying ass Queenbee, because Jonesin showed receipts. I showed receipts of my cancer, plenty of them. Just go to the channel. But where are your receipts, Queenbee? You don't show receipts, do you? And these stupid fucks just keep handing over money to you, even though you don't show a damn receipt. But we can hear that you're buying animals, you're buying pot, you're buying cars. We already know you bought 2 new cars. I mean, that you got busted in a lie. I don't think you lie any fucking less than Brittney J does. And again, maybe if you were on crying, pay me, pay me, pay me. I have a lawsuit and I could just end it. I could do what they did in the injunction, but no, I'll have a countersuit instead. But anyway, Queenbee, if you go to my other channel, A Perplexed Journey, you can actually see the receipts and hear the receipts. And B Tim, just so you know, I wouldn't sit with QB or you or any of those motherfuckers if you were the last skanks on this planet Earth. I have something called integrity that none of them have. I have something called respect for myself that none of them have. And sorry, you couldn't, it's not even, let me rephrase that. You couldn't sit with me. I wouldn't want to sit with you, but I would never let you sit with me. And I know that you guys think you're big and bad for whatchamacallit. You guys think you're big and bad because you're pulling numbers, talking about the same people every motherfucking night over and over and over and over. No, sorry. Because once you have nobody to pick on anymore, where's your channel? As a matter of fact, Queenbee, without Clue, you only had like 400 fucking people in there. You had to wait for Clue for over an hour, not even like 10 minutes, for over an hour for Clue to send you people because nobody was leaving Clue to come to you. I think you should be worried because people like Clue much better than they like you. And she's more entertaining. And you want to know more importantly? She's on panel. Her panel, well, she doesn't have panel guests, but her and Cletus, you don't have to worry about them not paying attention to you. Clue's audience knows that she's going to be there and she's going to read chat and she's going to be coherent. If someone does call in or something, she's not going to disappear. She's not going to just be like, oh, well, sorry, I'm busy. I was letting the dog out. I was doing this. Or people aren't going to be like, where'd you go? Where'd you go? So, yeah. If you actually respected your subs, Queenbee, you would know this. But you're entitled. You think that people are going to love you no matter what. And I got news for you. I'm not the only one. I can't wait to see fucking you and Clue have a fallout and everybody takes Clue's side. It's going to be comical, but trust me, it's coming. It is absolutely coming. Once Clue knows that she's not going to lose people to you and she knows how much more like she is than you, yeah, you're the one that's going to be groveling at her feet. So believe me, we're waiting for it. Have no doubt. Because we know it's fucking coming. So, Queenbee, next time you want to fucking say something like, allegedly I had cancer, allegedly you're a fucking female. Allegedly I'm not even going to go there. You know why? Because I'm going to be better than you. I don't need to down you with a bunch of bullshit or attack you because I'm just a better person. And that's what you do because I obviously intimidate you, but you don't intimidate me. I think you're a fucking fat lowlife. So, moving on. And sorry for those who like Queenbee, but telling me I allegedly had cancer, those are some fucking fighting words. And those are fighting words that I'm going to speak up on. That's such an insult to my children. It's an insult to all the fucking money I owe, but it's an insult to my children. It's an insult to my subs. It's an insult to anybody that fucking supported me. Fuck you. You want to be a piece of shit, Queenbee? Do it to your own people. You do it to someone like fucking Melissa, who thinks you're just a cat's meow. So you go be pieces of shit to your own people. Do not fucking say stupid shit like that because you insult every single person that fought cancer. You insult every single person that had cancer. But you wouldn't know that because you hang out with people that fucking lie about having cancer. That's what you do because you're a low-life piece of shit. So, moving on. Yeah, she wouldn't know classy if it fucking slapped her in the head. But I am going to be one and beyond. So you guys know that I started covering Britney based on going to Queenbee. Like, I hadn't listened to Britney. I didn't know the lies. I didn't know what went on. I didn't know anything about it until I saw it myself with my own eyes. So everyone's like, you're jumping on a bandwagon. There is no fucking bandwagon. I just hadn't seen it. I don't live and die watching other creators like these fucking morons. So when I did see it, it was really eye-opening. I was like, holy fuck. This is nuts. And I had specifically stated numerous times, that I was only covering her addiction. All the other bullshit didn't mean much to me. Okay, you want to be an asshole? Be an asshole. You want to stay with someone? Stay with someone. It's not my business. Her kids, not my business. Her personal life, not my business. None of that was my business. And I was going to stick with that until she ran her fucking mouth today. And her mods keep running her mouth about how I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm only jumping on a bandwagon and blah, blah, blah. I am not making fucking shit off Britney. The people that donate to me are my mods and subs that have been with me forever. I am not, the haters aren't coming in here. Believe me, they're probably too fucking scared because you got QB and people running their fucking mouth. But no, I'm not making money off Britney. I am so tired of people in this community being so fucking hypocritical while the haters really are making a ton of fucking money. And they're so afraid that their subscribers are going to wake up one day and leave them, not all of them, but some of them are acting like this. I saw this from GW and QB. But they're so afraid that the subscribers might leave them that, oh, we got to bash this one. We got to bash that one. We got to say this. We got to say, oh my God. YouTube has hundreds of thousands of damn creators. Get the fuck over it. I wish I hadn't seen it, is what I said. Because I was perfectly fine reviewing that, not reviewing Britney, sticking up for Britney against the haters and everything else. And I really was okay with that. Oh no. Once I saw it with my own eyes, I had to fucking call it out. And then she lied to Sinner. And this goes back to memory lane again. She lied to Sinner. And she started shit that caused me to fight with Sinner. Sinner did not do any of his own research, did not look into anything, did not fucking do anything, and just ran with it. What his girl Britney said must be the truth. That's what ended mine and Sinner's friendship. And he thought we could still be friends after that. No, I don't take that kind of abuse from anybody. Sorry. So, and the reason why this is all important, and the reason why I'm stating all this, I did not know until one of my mods pointed out that 6up had done a video on Britney a month ago stating everything she said on my panel. Stuff I didn't know. I just saw the video today. She called her out for being a drug addict. She showed why she was a drug addict. She talked about the lawyer. It's honestly pretty eye-opening. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to play some of that live, and then I'm going to cover the topics that I listened to on Britney's. Now, let me tell you, before I play this, let me tell you what pisses me off about Britney more than anything. She denies she's on anything. Please explain to me how you go for a straight year falling asleep all the time. You're so tired. You can't even think straight, but you're not on anything. But you're just so tired that you can't keep your eyes open. So a year of this, and then all of a sudden, you get bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and you're staying up for 24 hours without sleeping, and you're live at 6 o'clock in the fucking morning with Craig, no less. And you haven't yawned once, and you are wide awake overnight. Just overnight. Does anyone think there's a problem going on here. Does anyone realize how odd that is, and how anyone that's ever been tired knows that if you only get a few hours of sleep, depending on who you are, you may be able to survive, you may not. But she is wide awake. She is happy as can be. She's bush-eyed and cotton-tailed. I can't think of the term all of a sudden. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Yeah, she was on all night, and then I woke up to let the dogs out. She was fucking wide awake on a live, started a live at 5:55 Central Time. She never went to sleep. Then she gets on just to say how tired she is. Trust me, she wasn't tired. So it makes me wonder, did she switch drugs? She does say she has ADD, ADHD. Point being, nobody that's that tired for a year, like literally an entire year, all of a sudden is so wide awake from a few hours of sleep one night. Guys, if you believe this, I got a bridge to sell you. I'm selling Alcatraz, San Francisco. $1,000. It's all yours. She's a mess. But that's just can't happen. It just can't happen. No matter what. It just, if it was like a couple of nights that she was tired and she finally got sleep, I get it. But no, that's not what happened. And I think it's fucking disgusting. Yeah, oceanfront property in Idaho. Got a big lake with fish and bass. So am I going to definitively say that she switched drugs? I don't know. But something is up. And she's lying. But here's where I stick up for Britney. Because unlike these other clowns, I actually stick up for what's right. No matter who the person is, I would do it for anybody. You have to be the stupidest motherfucker in the entire world to seriously think that Craig was talking to the cat. So if you're not familiar with it, Britney went live today at some point. I guess he was fucking around with her, and he was like, I got 8 inches for you, baby. Something stupid like that. And then he said to the cat, come here. Now, I don't want to burst anyone's bubble, but there's another word for a cat. It's called a pussy. I mean, sorry, I said that wrong. Well, actually, you can use that too. Do I think under any circumstance he was telling the cat he wants to fuck it? Absolutely not. For anyone's mind to even go there was fucking weird to me. But more importantly, why she even addressed it, I don't know. But I've heard so many creators act like that's what he wanted. And I absolutely believe her, Criminal Med. Craig may be a lot of things. I don't think he wants to fuck the cat. I mean, that is just so gross. Absolutely so gross. Mama, she brings this to YouTube. What do you mean, y'all ridiculous? She brought it to YouTube. So if you gotta go, go. But give me a fucking break. We're not making this shit up. It was her live today. This is what her live was about today. So maybe you're ridiculous. Fly on your wall. You really, come on now. It's seriously, come on. So we can actually see her taking drug right in front of us, and we should shut up. No, not at all. Why, did she take some in front of us? Hey, Sunflower. The test is not negative. She would have got it back instantly. He does say really fucking dumb shit when he's drunk, so I don't know, I don't know. But to really, come on, he doesn't want to fuck the cat. I mean, if it was like a horse or something, I'd say maybe, just maybe. But a cat, he would kill the cat. A guy can't fuck a cat. I mean, come on. I'm getting myself sick even thinking about it. I just thought the whole thing was fucking ludicrous. Like, why would anybody fucking want to fuck a cat? Like, ew, gross. So no, I don't believe he meant the cat at all whatsoever. And I could totally see him saying that to his girlfriend. Now, him calling her a breeder, I think is vile. And the fact that she laughed about it made me feel sad for her. Like, Brittney, you may not realize it, but that's like abusive. That means he has no respect for you as a person, and he has no respect for you as a girlfriend, and that you're just someone that, you're like a sperm donor. You're his baby mama. And that's sad. Which it goes back to get some respect for yourself. Because my boyfriend of 14 years called me a breeder. Guess who wouldn't be my boyfriend anymore? Yep, that's right. I'm not your fucking breeder. And I just think it's sad that you laughed about it. I think it's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Okay, I'll go with fly on the wall saying that he wouldn't act on it, but they believe that he was saying it to the cat. Okay, but you don't believe that he is really going to engage in bestiality. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. Like, no, I don't believe he's going to engage in bestiality. I mean, that's some hardcore shit. Especially with a cat. Ugh. I'm getting nauseous just thinking about it. So maybe he did say it to the cat, but yeah, he's not going to do it. I think Craig says things throw. I agree with that, Randa. I'll definitely agree with that. I just don't know why people are running with like, oh my God, Craig's into bestiality. Bitch, sit down. Nobody's into fucking bestiality. Like, you just sound dumb. He doesn't respect anybody. From what I can see. No, open, you don't. From what I can see, he doesn't at all. And it's sad. But I'm not inside their home, so I can't say for sure. Exactly. You hear that, B-Tim? Don't call me a breeder. No, like, it's just so disrespectful. Like, I can see, like, if you were going through a divorce or something, or you're in a custody fight, you're like, yeah, it's baby mama. I get that. But they're together. If my ex ever said that to me and we were together, I'd be like, bitch, fuck off. So the part of, all right, let me go to 6 Ups Live first. Because you have to hear a month ago in order to understand where we're at now. All right, I'm not playing the whole live. It's about 30 minutes. I think it was 1:44 it starts. This was taken on August 12th. What even is a breeder? It's baby mama. Like, just someone that pops out kids. Like, you're not a human. A human. You're just a baby machine. Now, let me just say, I didn't know any of this went on. I had no idea that any of this went on. Panicking, having a subs find potential. Oh my God. That's ridiculous.
Let me see.
Yeah. Huh. Okay, girl.
So a month ago when she was on camera, she did not realize, oh, we're going to get into that pumpkin. She didn't realize that she nodded out. But just like nodding out, you automatically wake up and you don't realize that you just did it, which is exactly what she just did.
Okay. It's your work, though, right? It's your career. Mm-hmm.
Why the invoice looked the way that it did. She downloaded the PDF. This is the second retainer. This is number 2. Here you see, there's my attorney's name. Invoice paid $2,000.
Retainer to a lawyer that she said didn't take retainers. Let me repeat that. 2 retainers to a lawyer that she stated did not take retainers. A tragedy Pimps Exposed.
This is blotted out because it has my personal card information. Retainer, invoice summary to $2,000, subtotal to.
Has your personal.
IBF, just so you know, I called out Cam and Allie, so that's not true. I called out Sarah. So when it comes to me, you're 100% wrong.
Card information, huh? Why wouldn't you just show your statement? Yeah, your job would ask you to pee in a cup. They sure the fuck would. And that wasn't the only good. Like, I can pull up through that live stream the last 2.5 hours, her doing just that same thing that I just played probably 20 times. And I am not exaggerating at all. And then when people in the chat were saying Brittney should probably go to bed, she yells at them. How dare you tell a grown woman to go to bed, right? Yeah. Says retainer on both of the receipts. A retainer for an attorney who she stated many times did not take retainers, was a flat fee attorney. Yes.
As per your request, I look forward to assisting you. Thanks. The invoice date, July the 23rd, 2025. Okay. That's one. Unfucking believable that
July 23rd of 2025. It is now September 14th of 2025. Not a fucking thing has been done. But more importantly is what she said today, that she's only paid the guy $4,000. Then she caught herself, but we're going to go there. But let's finish this.
I got to do this. And then here's retainer. Here's retainer number 2, or invoice number 2. And this is another thing that nags my soul too. People, just because your invoice with your attorney doesn't look this way.
Eliza, she has already lied and said that she had charged her credit card. Actually, back when this all first started, she stated that they had made the payment on her credit card. But none of these dates match the actual dates that she said she made the payment. Another reason why I think they're fake, because either they're fake or you lied, one or the other. Either way, you're scamming. Because if you weren't, there would be no lie and there would be full transparency. But there's not. And you said that.
That's an ignorant notion and concept to think that every invoice is going to be identical. You cannot make this up. Like, every invoice is going to be identical. No. Each attorney uses a different method of payment. Here, first of 2 invoices. Invoice August the 5th, 2025. I paid the next $2,000 on August the 5th, 2025. Okay, we've paid $4,000 in total. Download the invoice PDF. There's the option. Brittney Jackson customer. Message Brittney, I will send you 2 invoices after.
She said she paid $4,000 in total. That's what she said as of August 12th. Interestingly enough, on September 14th of 2025, she also said she only paid $4,000. And then she caught herself and realized she needs to lie. And I'm going to show you guys all that once we're there.
As per your request, thank you, Rancher. Retainer 2,000. So 4,000 has been paid altogether. Okay.
OIB, I have. I 100% have called out all of them.
Thank you, Rancher. Spelled Ranchor. Okay. At Rancher Harris Law, our lawyer is dedicated to pursuing justice for our clients who have been harmed by false and defamatory statements. If you or your business has been affected by slander or libel, or somebody who has shared your private data without your permission, he will fight for your rights and compensation you deserve. Get battle ready. Interesting. Mid-sentence since I was active addiction. So that's my compensation.
To tell you guys that he fucking received the
Don't we
$4,000.
all fall
I mean, we
asleep
can arrange
mid-sentence?
that. That's for damn
No,
sure. And you're gonna find
I have
out anyway.
not fell asleep mid-sentence since I was active addiction. So that's my thing. And I mean, here you just go. This is another point. This is not even the same point of the live stream. This is another point right here. Look at how. Oh my God, Brittany. Why do you even? This is my question is. I'm telling you that as an addict in recovery, this can be very triggering to people. You know it's happening. You can go back and watch it. You know that people are going to play this. Your audience is saying, Brittany, please go to bed. Brittany, please turn your camera off. Brittany, please stop, right? Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see at all. Brittany, you going to meet me at the lab? Are you going to meet me at a lab in 10 days? You have 10 days. Fuck, I'd meet you this weekend. That's
Wait a minute. Anyway, I have no problem. Listen, I've got, like I said, when you stand on a solid foundation of truth, there you don't have to make fake receipts. You don't have to make any of that. It's all there. Lindsay, Lindsay, you need to go back and listen to what I said. I said, oh my God, it says retainer. That part may be a flat fee of $4K. So you'll be billed hourly. No, 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 no. I'm not going to be billed hourly. It says retainer. I
see, Brittany. Nothing about this is transparent at all. Agree. I see a lot of signs of opiate abuse. Absolutely. She actually said that she charged her credit card half of the 10 grand. So that's a lie. Yes, she did, Kim. Yes, she did. She has lied a lot.
don't know why. Okay, for the fuck's sake, I'll ask him if you want me to ask why it says retainer. Listen, it doesn't fucking matter. I could have my attorney right here telling you guys, hey, I work for Britney, and y'all will swear that I paid an actor. I had police on my porch, and y'all.
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you have a little recording of Mr. Rancher saying, yes, I'm.
Okay, that part I kind of disagree with. Like, I wouldn't have my lawyer say, yeah, I represent you just to prove it to YouTube. That I wouldn't do. That I think is silly.
Retained by Brittany Jackson. It would be that easy, right? And again, I want to point out, her subs have given her, well, last night I looked, Kirsten, it was $2,900. that they've given her so far. She could have more than that by now. But yeah, she's claiming that she forked out her own money. That's why I don't believe it. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. That bitch won't even buy premium. And you're going to tell me that she forked out her own money? Okay. I think it's a couple C&Ds and a letter to YouTube. I think it's a waste of money. And of course, why would it matter when other people are paying for it? And you'll never see the receipts, like real ones, of what she actually paid for. That'll never happen. Good luck.
War that it was somebody me and Craig paid, or a cousin of ours. I mean, it doesn't matter. I had a wonderful conversation with him this morning. I'll tell you that.
Have a good day, Moonbud.
So here's the thing. He's a flat rate attorney. He's incredible. And he's given me
Yeah. Cupcakes that I went through my invoice that I just got last week. They look nothing like hers. Yeah. No. But you can send a C&D without an attorney. Same with the restraining orders. Yeah, restraining orders are free. You don't get an attorney for a restraining order. That's kind of ridiculous. Hey, Breeze. They might have. They absolutely might have given her, money behind the scenes. But still, I'm still going to say it's a scam.
lot of patience and has worked with me to let me pay him in increments.
And I need for everybody to understand that when I say that, I'm saying that because, again, the Gibson Go is written incredibly vague on purpose. And it will come out. It will come out. Well, she's part of some of, that.
Yeah, this is 6up's video. Guys, hit the thumbs up. Because I'm making a fortune off Britney, according to Britney, but we're going to get to all that.
That's the problem. Britney thinks that she can go sue whoever the fuck she wants because her feelings got hurt. And I'm not with that shit.
That's all. That's it. That's all. And I'm grateful for that. Maybe that's why he's held on a retainer while I'm paying him off. I don't know. But he's a flat rate attorney. He's doing what I need him to do. And anybody that actually believes in me or knows.
What's he doing, though? That's the thing. He's a defamation. I'm going to pull up all the things that he does right here. So his practice areas are assault and battery, defamation and privacy, which means slander and libel, medical defamation, online defamation, workplace defamation, business defamation, malicious prosecution. Then we have personal injury, crash, business defamation. Good luck with all that. Thank you, Just Irish. I actually appreciate you coming in and saying that. I really, really, truly do. Because I would not say that about somebody. I think that you know that now. That I absolutely would not say that about somebody if I didn't believe it. And in my opinion, look, I've had too many people that I love and adore die through the years. I sat there for a long time and was quiet when it came to that. And I'm just not doing that anymore. I was never so when I first found.
And let's also not forget, 2 days ago, she went on this whole fucking cry spree. She's going to go back to true crime and she's got to ignore them. She did a 24-hour fucking live yesterday based on bullshit. She hasn't lived up to anything she said she was going to do. Not even she didn't even try. I'm here.
Recovery, I got my ass called out all the time. I would go to meetings fucked up on Xanax and people would be like, you're fucking fucked up, we're not co-signing your bullshit. And I needed that. So I'm giving that back. She doesn't have much of a community anymore. Well, she has a few people that she's still taking advantage of.
Yeah, I'm not sleeping. I'm not walking the dog. I'm not disappearing. I'm sitting right here. I promise.
But yeah.
You know why I can't. You don't fucking say out loud what your attorney's going to do. That's idiotic. And Lindsay, I didn't
what
say
do you
said
mean you don't say out loud what your attorney's going to do? The fuck you don't when you're having your whole entire community. Mm.
Now, at first, when I first heard that, I thought, 6 Up, of course you don't show your hand. But what 6 Up was getting at, in my opinion, what 6 Up was getting at is if you are having your community pay for that attorney, then yeah, you owe them to tell them what's going on, not just your mods. That's what I think 6 Up meant. Because at first I'm like, yeah, when you have an attorney, that's what you do. You keep your mouth shut. You don't show your hand. But when other people are paying for it, you kind of owe them. Just my opinion. Like the way I see it, and I've said it before, if people are funding you, they're like shareholders in a company. Your company is your brand. Your shareholders have a right to know what is going on with that company. So if they're paying for that company, then you have meetings and they know what's going on and they see what's going on. And I know half this community, I don't mean you guys. I mean the creators that I can't fucking stand have no idea what a shareholder means or anything like that. But I know my community is intelligent enough. You guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's how I see it. So when I hear people say, oh, I don't owe them anything. Yeah, you do, bitch, because they're paying for it. Imagine like in a corporate situation, a shareholder's like the CEO's like, well, we don't got to show you shit. Just keep giving me money, but I'm not showing you anything. No, the world don't fucking work like that.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. You absolutely do say what your attorney's going to do. You don't if you're scamming.
Say you were talking shit about me. I said that I'm offended when people have to sit in chat and sit there and say, oh, well, I really don't support Britney like that, but I don't like her being like, if you have to sit there and give an excuse for like, I don't know, I'm not a disease. I'm not like y'all have more grace for people.
Now that part, I 100% agree with Brittany because I fucking hate when people do that to me. Well, she's right, but I don't like her. I don't hang out with her. Like, why do you even need to throw that out there? So I'm with BJ on that one.
That are fucked up.
So it says something, her shirt says something about a hunter will do anything to get a buck or something like that. And I heard Jay mention last night like that shirt really did. And again, I would like to point out that Britney has a lot of new clothes that she's been buying with this money that people have been giving her. How does she have money, $4,000 to give to an attorney, plus go buy all this shit? I mean, come on, people. If not a retainer, but she's saying her payment she labels as a retainer. Verbiage all wrong. I don't know. And I don't know either, but the shit looks fake to me.
Just over it at this point. 6 Up, what you can do is you need to take
Bitch,
back
don't
what you
you
said.
fucking dare tell me what the fuck I can do. When you meet me at the local laboratory of your choice to prove that you're not under the influence, then you can tell me what the fuck to do. How about that? Then we'll go with that. Then and only then.
I'm just over it at this point. 6 Up, what you can do is you need to take back what you said and you need to apologize. You need to apologize for falsely accusing me of being truth teller. You need to apologize to me and my mods and Craig for saying that we're fucking.
Well, first of all, I already apologized for that multiple times. That will be the last time. Okay. You're lucky you got it in the first place.
For falsely accusing me of being truth teller. You need to apologize to me and my mods and Craig for saying that we're fucking scamming.
Scammers. You're a fucking scammer and your boyfriend's a bigot. Sue me.
And stop lying. Stop going around telling people I'm on drugs.
You're definitely
Crazy
under the
bitch.
influence. People that aren't under the influence don't do that. They just don't. I know that people want to believe that she's just tired and it's just, then you would just go to bed. You wouldn't fucking say, I'm completely fine. I'm not even tired. And that's what she did last night. I'm tired of it. Brittney, you have sat on this platform for over a year and a half and claimed that you would go take a drug screen right fucking now. Well, bitch, I live a couple hours away. I will be coming through in 10 days. I will come take you to the drug screen. Prove it. Actually, you don't even need me. Take me out of the equation. Bitch, go to a fucking lab and prove it. It would take you, what, $60 maybe to take a fucking drug screen? Prove it. Prove it. Because you have said, I am absolutely on no substance. That's what you said. Prove it.
So listen, I've got everything I need. Like I said, call.
Here's where I think some of the disconnect is, Moonchies. And I think this is what people forget. I'm saying this from a creative perspective. Goes back to the shareholders. We all share subs. Subs go wherever they want. I'm just going to use UA Crimson as an analogy. So UA Crimson goes everywhere. Let's say UA Crimson decides to give Britney $100. And I know in my heart that Britney is scamming. I can't prove it, but I know in my heart. And then UA comes to me and she's like, hey, yeah, I gave Britney $100 or whatever. And let's say UA is a longtime sub of mine. That would drive me insane because I'm like, no, why would you do that? That's part of the reason why we call someone out. That's part of the reason, because you don't want to see your subs get burned. You don't want to see your subs get hurt. And if you strongly believe that Britney doesn't have a lawyer, she's using drugs, and she's using all of our subs' money to buy her drugs or a further, Craig's shopping habit, whatever it may be, you want to try to put an end to it and you want to try to call it out. If Britney wasn't raising money for anything and just had her, super chat going, but she never asked for a dime, nobody could say a fucking word. That's her business. She wants to get high on camera. That's on her. As long as you're not asking the community for money, that's when it crosses the line into everybody's business. And I'm telling you that from a creator standpoint.
I mean, yeah, go ahead and call my attorney. Please, I implore you to, because as soon as you do, you're.
As soon as I do what? So she's seen me.
No, I don't mean all of our subs' money. I'm saying all of the subs. The money that they donate to a lawsuit, many have gotten burned, really fucking burned. And I don't want to see people get burned. Nobody wants to see people get burned. And believe me, we've seen it more than 10 times.
I told y'all that's what really made her mad. And I'm gonna replay this again before I do what I'm about to do, guys. I'm gonna play it at normal speed. I'm gonna make it fucking clear here that these are Britney's words. This came directly from Britney's mouth yesterday. So remember that. Here, let me turn on the closed caption for everybody, okay?
I've got everything I need. Like I said, go ahead and call my attorney. Please, I implore you to, because as soon as you do, you're going to be proving to him exactly, which he already knows. He's seeing it. He's seeing a lot of what's happening already. So, but yeah, go ahead, call him. Go right ahead. Y'all, hey, go ahead. Shit, you might as well. You've called everywhere else. You called every other fucking institution.
So Britney says, go ahead and call my attorney. Okay.
Can on me. Go ahead and call him too.
All right.
It's not that they. You hear what I'm saying? It's not. They want to know what the charges are coming on them. That's all it is.
Right. Why don't they question?
The charges that are coming on them, Craig, there ain't going to be any charges. Okay. In fact, I see most likely you'll have more charges in your future. Mm-mm-mm.
Now remember, this was over a month ago. This wasn't like yesterday. This is over a month ago. And it's the same spin over and over and over again.
I have been more transparent. I have been the only one. I am the only one that has been transparent out of everybody.
Why does she keep saying this? Brittney, you've lied continually. I would not even fucking be here right now going over you if you didn't run your mouth with lie after lie after lie after lie. I didn't even know this shit went on. That's how much I was sticking up for you blindly.
Out of everybody. I don't care how many times you tell me to keep 6UP's name out of my mouth. I'm not going to. So you're wasting your breath. 6UP. Stop watching me. Stop telling people that I'm a scammer.
6UP. Keep telling everybody you are. In my opinion, you're a scammer. Absolutely. Tragedy pimp, bottom feeding leech. Leech of a fucking woman. Succubus. Always take and take. That's all you do is take. Does he?
And let me address this real quick. Guys, listen to me. Your theory of her falling asleep or medical or anything is no longer valid. Why? She falls asleep for a year, and all of a sudden, she's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed the last 3 days. She doesn't need sleep. She's fucking wide awake. You guys just eliminated your entire fucking theory. If she was so tired for so long, why is she wide awake now? And happy and cheery and, rah, rah. Let's do a live at 6 a.m. Let's go live. And I'm just happy as a, pig in shit. That completely eliminates your theory that it's medical, that she's falling asleep. Nothing has changed for Brittney. Nothing. She didn't all of a sudden take off for like 24 hours and sleep and say, I slept for 24 hours. She was live all night, wide awake. But no, it must be medical. No, she was just so tired. But overnight, she's not tired anymore. Now she's going and going and going. Amazing how that works.
See you whining and poking people. He was going to do a defamation lawsuit. He has no idea how long it's going to be. And he would never do a flat fee than be working it for years. Absolutely not. No. Oh, no. I really don't believe it. And I'm probably, when I get ready, how long we got left here? We got about 5 minutes left. Probably going to make a call on this live stream to that attorney.
And to the person that says Brittney waits for a negative comment, about 50 comments have been deleted. So shut the, yeah, I don't. You're
How much
stupid,
do you want to
man.
make a bet, by the way, that Brittney has already, if this is really her attorney, she's called this attorney and said, oh, people start calling, don't tell them that I'm your, I don't know what she's doing, y'all, honestly. I really don't, but I don't have a good feeling about it. I do know that it is a completely 100% legal to call a lawyer's office and ask if they have been retained for that person. It is not stalking. It is not harassment, But I think what would be the more interesting thing to do here is just wait and see. I'm not going to go off platform, Brittany, because I know that's what you want, right? You want somebody to call, because I see that now. You want somebody to call so you can be like, oh, they're stalking me. Oh, they're harassing me. That proves it, right? I'm waiting for something to be filed in your county, okay? And I'm telling my audience that, in my opinion, I don't think it's ever going to fucking happen, folks. I think that Brittany has scammed almost $3,000 from this community, and there will never be a filing. I hope I'm wrong, okay? I do. I kind of hope I'm right, too, because, yeah, all the lawsuits, too. It's bullshit.
I'm just tired. I'm tired of it, y'all. I'm tired of it. Yeah, anybody else would be, to sit there and say that I like this. You like, what am I, a freaking glutton for punishment? And it's gonna come in here and tell me I better keep her name out of my.
You must be. You're with Craig. For fuck's sake, girl, look around you.
Yes. You like, what am I, a freaking glutton for punishment? And then gonna come in here and tell me I better keep her name out of my mouth after she sat there and lied to loyal supporters of mine and that I'm a scammer? No.
She's muting because she's muting him because he's threatening me in the background. So I'm not going to repeat the shit he's saying. It's not even worthy of repeating. Craig doesn't even leave his house. The motherfucker can't even fucking mow his lawn in the daylight.
Exactly. Little country, little hood.
He's a
It's not.
coward.
I have a right to client attorney privilege. I understand being transparent when people give you money. I understand you have a hold on. Let me say this. You have a level of responsibility. You do when you have a fundraiser, and I understand that, and I'm more than happy to be as transparent as I can. But for her to sit there and be like, oh, and it's
you're not being transparent, and you just said that. That's the point. And you're doing it on purpose. And you said that you are. You said, I'm absolutely doing it on purpose. So no, I don't trust you. You are a scammer in my eyes. Absolutely. I just can't believe that you had the gall to come on here and beg for thousands of dollars to go sue other people, and then had the nerve to sit there and let your boyfriend brag about all your purchases. And then tell other people it's not their business. Well, it is their business, bitch. You brought it on here. You bring all this shit on here. Therefore, you bring it on yourself.
Than happy to be as transparent as I can. But for her to sit there and be like, oh, and it's vague. Yeah, it is vague on purpose, you idiot. When everybody and their mama is sitting there trying to stalk me, calling every institution that's surrounding me. Why would I ever tell? You don't tell people what your hand is.
Oh my God. I'm so
my
sick of
God.
these bitches, and they're stalking and they're being hurt. Come the fuck on. I heard this dude, her boyfriend, say the other day that somebody was knocking on his window. He's on the second floor.
It becomes our business when she starts threatening channels that she's going to take their channel down if you talk about her or if you go against her or she's lying about you. That's when it becomes everyone's business.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and end it because I'm just done with this. Listen, I've showed the receipts. There's not many more ways I can fucking show the receipts. What you want, my bank statements? What you want me to do? Have him come on here and say it for you? I talked to him today.
Why does Craig keep saying they want to know what they're going to be charged with? Nobody's going to be charged with anything, Craig. It isn't criminal, idiot. It's civil. Another reason why I think it's bullshit.
All right. So that was pretty much the gist of what I wanted you guys to hear from that live. Like I said, I know some of you guys have been in the shit show for a while. I didn't even know this live existed. I didn't know Britney was lying back then. I had no idea. It was all new to me. And again, I only found it because I was sticking up for her and saw her not out. So now I'm going to go to Britney's live today, which started with Bentley. Give me a moment. Okay. So the beginning of her live, the first half was very much poor me, poor me, poor me. You're all sick, yada, 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 all that kind of shit.
Stated multiple times that some of the things that I've said about people I shouldn't have said. What you're not going to get me to do is to take accountability for some shit that I'm innocent of, Leo. For a year and a half. Hey, Brantley.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, frustrated. Obviously, because this mess, these people of makeup just blow my mind.
Yeah, you're going to be
How
all
are
right.
you?
We're all going to be all right. I'm good. Thank you for asking. How was your weekend?
It was pretty good.
Besides what, the obvious.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. I got some more cameras. I'm waiting on them to come. And then they keep
Okay.
pushing the date back. So,
Oh.
won't know. This is just all crazy.
Thank you for letting me up. I know it is. Thank you for letting me up.
Oh, you're welcome.
What I was going to.
If you don't know who Brantley is, Brantley's been around the DC for a really long time. Good guy. Wouldn't hurt a fly. He gives his opinion. He usually hangs out with like Joneson and them, but he really is a nice guy.
To say, Brittany, is I wish, and I'm not here to preach to you. That I have no business doing that, and I haven't done that. I'm not going to. But I wish this wasn't happening. B, I wish there was a way that you could let this go. I understand it's not happening to me, so I can't put myself in your shoes. And what I can also say, if it was happening to people that are telling you that you're the worst, if it was happening to them, none of them would have the balls to do what you've done thus far. A much weaker person would have already finished and quit. So there's that. I'm going to hand it to you for that, because again, most.
Brantley, this is where I disagreed with you. She lies and lies and lies and lies. She hasn't done anything but cry poor me. She struck like two people, Trish and Queenbee once. There's so many more things she could have done that she hasn't done. She's not the first to go through this. Many people, including myself, have gone through this. And honestly, some of us have had it way worse. So I really don't agree with the poor Britney. She's doing so great. No, she's really not.
People would not be able to handle this. Whether this is your income and you got to keep going, okay, well, you're still here. But I wish you could let this go and let them talk. Like Britney, if you have to take a drug test, and I'm not going to speak on drugs, but just bringing up the drug test, if you have to take a drug test, if you're forced to show a drug test from CPS, let's just hypothetically, that's no one's business, but I'm just saying, if you were having to, or if you had to, they would still say that drug test from CPS is fake. It's a lie. Because because this has to keep going. This is a business This has now become a business. Brittany J, and I also do. I did not know that you didn't like being called BJ, so I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I did not know that you didn't like that. I always call you BJ, but bashing Brittany J has become a business. You know, I don't hate anybody on here. I don't want any beef with anybody. I have a right to my opinion. I've been a lot more vocal lately. I've been on this damn app for, I don't know, like what, almost 8-9 years. I came from the OGDC. I barely said anything there. I barely say stuff here, but I made some great friends over there that have come over here. The OGDC is dismantled. It's no longer. But there's still some really good people. But I'm saying that to say, I have a right to my opinion. We all do.
Yeah.
They have a right to theirs. But
Absolutely.
at some point, this shit has to stop. It has become dangerous, and I'm gonna keep saying this has become dangerous. This is dangerous. Brittany, some of these people want you harmed. I promised myself I was gonna stop saying that because I don't want to.
But you're
like
right.
that.
And I got to stick up for UA here. UA is what? Oh, you guys didn't hear that. You guys, a sub is completely different than a creator. You cannot put a subscriber in the same category as a creator. We are totally different. If UA wants to do drugs, I couldn't say a fucking word about it. Let her do all the drugs she wants. She's not a creator. She should not be held to the same standard as a creator. And that goes for any subscriber.
But some of these people want you harmed, and you have got to be careful, and you have got to be smarter when it comes to keeping this shit going, because they're not going to stop. They make way too much money. And I do believe that some are concerned about you, Brittany. That's all I'm going to say. But for the most part, for the most part, they like to see the chaos. They like to see you sweat.
Okay, I'm so not saying UA gets high. I'm just saying in general that. All right, let me ask you something, Nina. You're saying that UA can't give advice. What about QB? QB gives advice all the time. She's high as a motherfucker. Same thing with Jay. She gives advice. Same thing with Nonsense. She's also a pot smoker. Make it make sense. Nobody says anything to them about being high, running their mouth. So why UA?
And whoever said this stuff started happening when Craig, no. This stuff has been going on way before Craig. They ran all your people off your page on your panel. Some might have left on their own volition. I don't pretend like Brittany. I never really came in your chats. I just being honest. I don't really know what happened up to this point. I know the surface level stuff, and Brittany. I bet if you could go back in time, you would have never gotten involved into that Rico mess. Can I say that to be true? Is that right?
Yep.
And maybe some of those punk asses who helped get you into that, they're pieces of shit. Like that Nick guy, those people, they're trash, white trash. I'm not bringing up Seth because bless his heart, bless Katie's heart, bless Chris's heart. The whole Sebastian thing, when that happened, it destroyed this place. And bless that kid's heart. And and I hate that we're here where we are, but we are here, and we got to make ways. We got to think of ways to where you can be comfortable with them saying what they're going to say, and you stop giving them air.
You're right. You're right. So,
But she's been saying this forever. She just said this the last 2 days. I'm not gonna. We're gonna go back to crime. So then do it, Brittany. But I understand where Brantley is coming from. He's just trying to be nice. He's just trying to, be Bentley. But all this is doing for her is like, yes, another justification.
for me, Brantley, the major issues that I have, because I agree. I very much would like to, if I had it my way, I would like to go back to my true crime, and I'd like to have my open panels again. That was what I loved to do on here.
And I'm sorry, but to me, she's just like QB in this. Why do you want an open panel, Brittany? So you don't have to pay attention? Because it's not like open panels like they should be. You guys aren't on camera. You disappear or you fall asleep or whatever, and then your panel guests take over. How about you guys do a panel where you're actually on camera so we can see what's going on?
But just some of the things, like today, for an example, it's not just a simple insults with these people. Real life consequences come from their idiocy, like animal control. They're already saying they're going to call animal control. I'm going to have to even though nothing's going to happen because my animals are fine, having to even deal with that at all is stressful. Someone knocking on your door, they're threatening CPS again today. And it's like that kind of stuff. I'm like, Jesus, people, cut it out. It's enough.
Well, Brittany, I couldn't imagine that. I mean, I don't have kids, so there's only so much that I can say when it comes to children because I don't have them. But I can certainly understand how calling CPS is a travesty. Like, I mean, I have to strongly say, hold on one second, I'm at the gas station.
Fact, Shady. I agree with that.
Thank you, bud. The only thing that I can say, and I think.
All right, I completely disagree with that. Clue did not start this at all. This was started with Queenbee asking for the video of her son, and that's what started this.
I think the other people probably know too. If CPS came to your house twice and they thought if they thought those kids were immediate danger.
So Mama became a member over there. Now it makes sense why they were so like an asshole here before.
They would have been the fuck out of there.
Exactly.
And I really don't try to cuss, but
it's okay.
But Brittany, like people are gonna say what they're gonna say. They again, like this has become a lucrative business, and it's gonna continue. And if you have an attorney, Brittany, my advice to you, and I'm not saying that you don't, because if you do, you do. But
Okay, listen to what she says. Listen very carefully right now. Because it's when I was like, oh my God, no, she did not.
Best advice to you is to try to shut it up and let them gonna do what they're gonna do. Because these people are gonna go anyway. Hell, like look at what they say about Joneson. Look at what they say about Nanya. Look at what they say about me, and they don't even know me. Like you and I are apparently best friends forever. And you and I we're simps, and we don't know what we're talking about. We're dumb. We're I don't know, dumb. But I'll be dumb if that's what if me being dumb and a simp and a BFF is going to be. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. Then I'll be that. I'll be that. They have a right to, like take the men for example. The men in this community. I'll say it again. This is a woman's space. Men are allowed to be here. Men have every right to be here. But I also don't think it's fair for men to call women fat, ugly, a whore, a slut, a bad mom, a drug addict, anything having to do with any man calling a woman out of their name.
Yes. And vice versa.
Right. But women going after women, that's a tale as old as time. And men going after men, that's fine. And I like Truth. I do. I really do. I don't know him, but I like him. I like some of his views, and I understand what Truth has done and laid into you. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. Truth stands, from what I've seen, on morals when it comes to being a man, that kind of stuff. Like, and I would think that a man would not want a woman, no matter if.
Because Sinner is just so respectful to women, right, Bentley?
If he likes you or not, no matter what he thinks of you. I mean, he can go at Craig all he wants, whatever. But why come at you? I know why. Because it's popular to go after you.
Yep.
And Brittney, you have to. I'm going to say this. You pay a lot of people's mortgages. Period. Yep. Whether it came to you naturally or not, you pay a lot of people's mortgages. Brittney, you've made money from this shit too.
Yeah.
But you ain't made money like Dave made money.
Hell no.
And I can bring up
$10K a month. Shoot.
Yeah, and I guess I kind of have to say, damn, am I in the wrong business? I get up every morning. I take my ass to work 8 to 5 and have to deal with things. But I make $60,000 a year. Some people might think that that's chump change. Some people might think that's okay. Me and Chris, my partner, we make just enough we live a comfortable life and don't have kids.
Yeah,
so
I think 60,000 is good. That's a good.
But not when you're.
But it's not 10,000 a month.
Damn, that's a lot. And I've also said before too that when it comes to Clue, now I'm sure if Clue could give two damns about me, she'd probably cuss me out. Fine, but I have also said with Clue that I have, Clue's not a very nice person. She'll tell you that. But I also have said before that I have to respect Clue in a point because the girl don't give a damn, and that's hard these days to find. I think that she uses it for nefarious reasons. I'm sure Clue has done some beautiful things in her life and has, raised beautiful kids, done a lot of great things in her life. But when she came here, she had a mission. Mm-hmm. Or she found a mission, and that mission was you.
Yep.
And anybody.
That's not true either. Clue has been around for a long time. She's got like 1,500 videos. She was around long before Brittney J was.
Anybody else that doesn't agree with her, and I hate to say that, and Clue, you can call me every name in the book. That's fine. I'm not going to go at you. I think you got great hair. That picture of you in the Melania Trump face, for real, she has great hair. She has I really like that trench coat that she had on. It was.
Yes, a few of the creators are making great money. I will not deny that, but so is Brittney. Brittney is making a ton of money off of this drama. Do not let anybody kid you.
She looked pretty, even though, her face was covered up by Melania's face. Whatever. But when she said that your children, your young boys, were ugly, dumb, because she can't stand their mama, and people were cool with that, that's when I knew this place is going straight to hell in a handbag.
Yep.
How could anybody, especially women that have been on your panel, no matter what kind of fight y'all been in, no matter how they thought they might have treated you might have treated them, Brittney, like how can somebody that has heard your kids cry probably from being sick or like getting hurt or something, and had a private conversation with you on the phone and heard and like off of the YouTube and be in the chat where your kids are being dog shitted on and still be cool with that.
Yep.
Help me understand.
I
I'm gonna
don't
get
get
off
it.
my soapbox, but I'm gonna get off my soapbox. But if this stuff doesn't calm down, somebody is going to get killed. Mark my
100%.
words.
Nobody is going to get killed. I'm sorry. I will not eat those words. Nobody wants to hurt her. Nobody wants to see her get hurt, especially the people that are making a fuckload of money off her. And for the subs that can't get enough of her, they don't want to see her hurt because they're getting their own fill. So no, nobody wants to see her hurt and nobody wants to see this end. That's my opinion.
And I
Yep.
don't want that. And I pray that they don't want that. I think some of them do,
I do too.
but I pray some of them
I do too.
don't. I mean, I just really, 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 really feel it that something is going to happen so catastrophic. And then when that happens, then what?
Bentley, calm your pee-pee. Nothing is going to happen. Look at Foodie Beauty, myself, MGL, Betty. Who else did people go after big time? I just use Foodie Beauty as an example. They've been going after her for years. Years. Look at Latitty. They went after her pretty hard. Nothing ever happens. You just get trolled. Nobody's coming to your house. Nobody's fucking going to jail for you. It's just YouTube. It's just the way it is. So calm down. Nothing's going to happen.
Can it just
No
be
one
done?
can take any of it back.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
can
mean,
it
if
just be
it-
done, like, for real?
That's what I'm saying. I'm pleased. Like, can y'all? You can't tell me that I'm the only point of topic. Y'all can get your same 10,000 some kind of other way. You know what I mean? Like, let
Well,
me do
and
my
here's
thing.
the thing that I wanted to say. This is what I wanted to say, Brittany. I mean, you know I fucking adore you. I've been knowing you for years. You know I used to be on them panels that you talked about loving. You couldn't pay me to sit and talk about you snoring at your during your live stream. I don't give a fuck if there's 10,000 people there and they're all sending me food. Brittany,
I know.
they really have to work hard at this.
Okay, let me just say, the girl that's talking on panel right now, I know her. She came into the community by going after me and Marissa. It was pretty funny. And we didn't know who she was. She's not a bad person. It was very funny when I saw her over at Britney. So I'm like, oh God, she's back.
And I think he is so right. I think ultimately these hate communities, they want you to hurt yourself. They want you to spin out.
Tyra, yeah, that's her name. I will say again what I said last week, and I've said this continually. No female has ever had anything happen to them. Men, yes. There have been men murders. There have been some horrible things that happen. Women-wise, no one ever went to a woman's house and killed them. Nobody ever went to a woman's house. No woman went to another woman's house and destroyed them. It didn't happen, ever. And the history of YouTube. And again, look at Foodie Beauty. Nobody has ever had the longevity of bullying like Foodie Beauty. She's still perfectly fine. Why? Because she feeds into it, just like Britney does. If Britney was truly worried about her family, like truly worried, yeah, but not for a YouTube drama. And most of this community are bored housewives. Not a bored housewife is not going there to harm him. And I'll tell you something else. Don't get mad at me for this. And I know this might stir up some hatred, and I don't want it to. What goes on in her house is not my motherfucking business. If you want me to be quiet about Britney, and I'm supposed to care what goes on, then you can't tell me that it's none of my business to speak against her. It's the same thing, if you know what I mean. If you know what I'm saying, like, you can't say on one hand, well, that's none of your business, but then tell me that I'm supposed to be worried for her because what goes on in her house might be my business. You can't have it both ways. It's one or the other. You either want me to care what goes on, which encompasses everything, or no, I don't care at all.
Of control. They want the worst of the worst. They want CPS to take your children. Like, that is exactly what they want. And that's just what you can't give them. We got to find peace because, see, like, I have a hate community of like a 40 people chat. And they go real life and they do all the things and all the things are hurtful, same as you. But like, I've watched your hate channels. I've watched them. Literally sat there and watched them in the last few weeks. I don't know what the fuck I'm listening to. Do you know how hard that must be for them? And now we're talking about a cat or a possible cat, maybe a cat. I came in a little fucking late, man. But like, Britt, he's right. These people are paying their mortgages off of you.
Yeah.
I honestly could not believe, because I did. I was recommended this channel and your name was in the title. So I was like, oh my God, this is one of her hate channels. I could not believe how many people were in that chat. And honestly, Brittney, you really just have to sit back, take a day or two, stop streaming and figure out what you're going to do because you're winning. Okay, you have a whole hate channel that talks about you snoring.
I know. It's ridiculous.
Okay?
Yeah.
But you know what?
This is the brainwashing that she does. Nobody was talking about her snoring. She's not sleeping. She's fucking nodding out. There's a big, big difference. But she gaslights you guys. She constantly gets one over on you guys, and you fucking run with it.
You're doing it though, bitch. That's what I really need you to understand here. And you just have to reevaluate, because you know what, we get so tied up in this drama and it's hard to
Uh-oh. We lost her. Girl, she just fell off.
But with the whole with the whole sleep thing though, Brittney, like I hope that you do, and again, I'm not going to tell you how to run your channel, but I do hope that you take heed to that and try to go live at different times.
Oh,
you know, when you fall asleep like that, that's only fueling it more. And you know, again, I don't have kids, so I can't say how, you know, how hard it can be to, like, you know, take care of kids, get them ready for school, you know, handle Craig, because Craig's a lot.
When he's drinking, I'm telling you, I cannot.
I didn't like.
You won't
I'm
hear
gonna
me
tell you right
sitting here
now.
making excuses.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't appreciate him calling you a bitch the other night. That shit wasn't cool. So, you know, you tell him, for me, Craig, you know, like he's either gonna be for you or against you.
Right.
Which wasn't it gonna be? Because calling you a bitch, not cool with that.
No, and it just doesn't help me either when he, you know what I mean, like he'll say things, or if he's not drinking, he does okay. When he starts drinking, he'll get the loose lips, and it really just causes a shitstorm that I just cannot, you know what I mean? Like it's like it feeds the hyenas. But I do want to give a shout out real quick.
No, that video was done recently. I pointed that out initially.
But while I'm thinking about it, to Nunya, because I am like, regardless if y'all want to believe me or not, I don't care. Like I said, God and CPS knows, and that's really all that matters. I am sober. And the only damn time I'm falling asleep is when my ass is dead tired and I've been up since 5 o'clock.
All right, this is where the good stuff starts. CPS knows she's sober, do they? Because you said you weren't getting the test back till Monday. Then you said that you got the test. Then Kelsey lied and said she saw the test. Then you said you hadn't gotten the test back. But according to North Carolina CPS, when they gave you a test in your house, if it was negative, they wouldn't have needed to send it to a lab. But then you changed that story and said that you had an hour to get to wherever. But then before that, you said that you had the drug test in your house. Which is it, Brittney? And then you said that you got the test, and then you said you weren't going to have it till Monday. Make up your fucking mind. Nobody telling the truth needs to lie this much.
And you've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
4 years. You've been doing it for years.
Yeah, falling asleep in the middle of the night. But I want to say thank you to Nunya because she came in this morning. I streamed at like 6 o'clock. I stayed up all night and I streamed at like 6 o'clock this morning and I did start to drift off. And Nunya was like, Brittney, you said you weren't going to do this. And I'm like, ooh, you know what, y'all, I got to go. And I ended the stream. So I just want to say thank you.
What would possess someone to go live at 6 o'clock in the fucking morning after you've been live all night and just to fall asleep on camera? Like, what?
To Nunya for that. And Tugs, thank you for becoming a member. And real quick, Katie, thank you for becoming a member. And Leo the Lioness, honey, I will take accountability for anything I do wrong. But what I won't do is admit that I did something that I'm innocent of.
Well,
Nobody.
And you know what? You have always taken accountability. You have always come.
Okay, let's use reasonable deduction. She's been live every fucking day doing absolutely nothing all summer. And she's been live for hours upon hours during the day. So yeah, I can say that she didn't do anything with her kids all summer. And neither did Queenbee. Let me put that out there.
To your platform and said whoopty bam, yes. We just talked about your husband calling you a bitch on your live stream. See, like I didn't know that happened, but at the same time, Britt, you have to know these people are going to talk about it. You just have to come to peace with it. You know what I'm saying? And if I feel like we've both been here long enough. I just feel like the hate has gotten so bad for you recently, right? Like the amount of it and stuff. It's just, I think you just need to take a couple days to just step back and like be like, no, this is what I'm going to do here. And when Craig calls me a bitch when he's drinking, they're just going to talk about it. And that's what it is. You know what I mean? I just want you to find peace with it because I want you to do whatever it is you're doing here, even the drama. I mean, you don't have to talk about all the drama, right?
I love when people say that. People who know Britney know she's not on drugs. That's how drug addicts get away with what they get away with because they fool you. And I'm sorry, Angela, I completely disagree with you. Yes, I do believe she's on drugs, 100%. Explain to me how all of a sudden she's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed after falling asleep every single day for a year. Nighttime, daytime, doesn't matter. If she's so tired, what happened in 24 hours that she's wide awake? She could stay up all night, not out at all. Make it make sense.
But like you're doing so well. Look how many people are in this chat and stuff. Like Britt, look where you have come from.
I know.
You know what I mean? And it's like we can't because you know what? Like I talk about my life, you know. So I mean, every day I have someone making content about my life and what I really meant and what the truth really is and a whole new narrative. And I just had to come to peace with it. And I only recently did. So I'm not sitting here trying to like, you know, preach to the choir or whatever that saying is. I just want you to know you're fucking winning, girl. because you could not pay me to talk about you. You couldn't.
Dear.
You're really just not that interesting as far as
know.
drama.
Damn.
I mean,
It's
she
true. It's
snores,
absolutely
and her
true.
boyfriend and her husband called her a bitch. You know, fuck. Like, what am I? What? What do I
But
do with that?
Think about
Well,
it. Like
listen.
I don't even get offended when people say that, because I'm like, there's so many people that will give you shit for days to talk about. Like, and y'all are hung up
Oh
on
yeah,
ignored the wrong way. You know what I
Well,
mean?
you know what?
yeah, yeah,
And Brittney,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Mhm.
and they're entitled to their opinion. Like, I can't make somebody like somebody.
Right.
I mean, this is listen. This is not the true crime community. It never has been, and it's never gonna be. You know, like this is
Yeah.
at best drama. But more so drama. Like no one's even talking about true crime anymore because you're the
No.
topic. I know Jay talks about true crime. You know, like Melissa Jade. I mean, I guess Granny does sometimes, but like, you know, and listen, it's no secret. You and Granny there's no love lost there.
Nope.
There really isn't. And does Granny have a right to be angry? Yeah. But also, Brittany, you've even said so yourself. You should not have gotten involved in that. It's a done deal now. Like, I mean, there's no taking it back. And again,
Eliza, who? You talking about me? You got to name a name.
I think those people used you. And some could say, well, you know, you still had a chance to back out, but whatever. I also think that you were in a headspace because it was still getting bad then. Nowhere where it is now, but it was still getting bad then, and you wanted it to just stop.
Mhm.
And you made a bad choice. But
I would
just
have
like I
done what
said
you did, Britt. By the way,
well,
sorry.
just like I said the other day, no, you're fine. Just like I said the other day, I feel that you have already reaped what you sowed with that. You've answered for that. This has been almost a year of this. Some people might say you haven't reaped enough.
That's
I think
crazy.
that's wrong.
Now, let me point something out here about the kids. Leave kids out of it. Leave kids out of it. Well, she begs for kids' money all the time. She begs for gifts. She begs for everything, like birthdays, you name it. She's begging for it. So she brings her kids here. No one else.
Like this is done. Y'all got y'all's money. Brittany got her money.
Right.
Let's be done.
Right.
Let's be done. Everyone, before it gets any more out of control, let's just be done. Again, I can't tell anybody what to do. I can only plead from my heart. I really want you guys to stop. I really want you guys to lay off. I want the shit to be done. It has gone unbelievably too far. And when shit starts getting going over to girl world, nah. Like then that when it starts
Chandelier and cigs, I do not disagree with that. I was thinking of the proper way to put it.
leaking into other communities, damn. Just damn.
I'll throw some in there in just a minute. What I do want to, because it's important for me to reiterate this though. I do.
A Christian channel? You mean a fake Christian channel? She doesn't live her life like a pure Christian at all whatsoever. A real Christian doesn't lie. A real Christian doesn't make excuses. Someone that lives their life by the Bible or believes that heavily in the Bible has to live their life in the right way. I guess you could put it. I don't know the words I'm looking for. But she doesn't live her life like a Christian at all.
Stand behind going and trying to get something done about Granny, because my argument and my situation there is 100% valid. But what I did say is, if I could go back, I would have done it on my own, separate. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have done the injunction. I would have done because I don't want it to get lost in the sauce, because that's still very valid for me. I just
Sure.
don't. I wish I would have done it on my own. And there was even a lot of people who said they would have backed me if I did do it on my own. So
Right. And Brittany,
yeah.
you have every right to say that. But I disagree, because that was not the right way to do it. Maybe by yourself, yeah. But
Yeah.
we can't go back now, and what's done is done. And I think that part of being mad at you for the RICO is a done deal now. This has become something completely different. Like I said, it's a lucrative business. Um, they can call me out about that all day. I can hear B Tim now saying he's a dumbass. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Well, I do.
Oh, them bitches know their bills are getting paid from Brittany. Oh, they know it. Talking about her
Or what
snort,
about
bitch.
the
I
one?
wish I could.
At least, you know what? Like, I'll at least say it. For some of them, they are at least making money. What really blows my mind are the ones that do it for free, like Alabama Mama
Right.
or Petty. Like,
Yeah.
y'all are
Mine
doing
does
this
it for free too.
big
Yes.
I thought
Yes.
Petty,
Yes. Like, why?
I thought Petty said she was done with you.
No, she went.
Because they're subscribers. They're not creators.
You remember when she come in and she's like, I'm throwing in my white flag or whatever. I think it was like less than a day. She goes up on Trisha's and says that she's not stopping. So it never stopped.
And
It's
that's
like
just what you have
said,
to
Brittany.
realize. It's not going to.
Yeah.
It's not
No.
ever going to stop, Britt. And it's because you're winning. It's
Britney is not winning, nor does Britney have it that bad. Trust me, I've seen it a hell of a lot worse. It's not a year and a half, it's 7 months, and she's enjoying this back and forth. She's making not just as much, but she's making money just like they're making money. I'll give you an example. There are so many people that still make videos about me that I don't give the time of day. People that still run their mouth about me, I don't give them the time of day. And even back then, I don't fuck with crazy. If I think you're really crazy and this isn't a money thing and I really just think you're nuts, I wouldn't give you the time of day. And I still feel that way. So for you to act like she has it so bad, no, it's because she fucking talks to trolls, because she's constantly fighting with someone in chat. She can't understand that her subs don't want to hear her answer trolls every fucking day. They want to hear Britney. And she doesn't respect them enough to do that.
because you're doing what you want to do.
Yeah,
And that is not doing anything wrong. It's just coming to peace with it and learning. Like I said, I just barely been able to do it myself. And it's been 5 years, 3 years with like a hate community real bad. And, all that other extra stuff. But it's just like, you just got to.
But Horseman, that same argument, that exact same fucking argument can be made with this. Well, if she doesn't want to be in this, then don't respond. Nobody is forcing her to respond. Nobody is forcing her to watch the channels that talk about her. Nobody is forcing her to answer somebody in chat. And certainly she has the power to tell all of the people that are running around supporting her to shut the fuck up. I never wanted people to make videos for me. I would tell them, I got this. I will handle this. I don't need anyone running around sticking up for me. I don't need anyone going in chat sticking up for me. I got me. And people used to tell me I was fucking crazy, but it's how I felt. I don't want, some of these people are fucking crazy. I don't want people, I don't want my mods getting doxxed or, some people going after them. So you just keep your mouth shut. Or, I don't need them getting in trouble for me. I got me. I can handle me. And she doesn't do that.
to let them talk, because the same way that you live stream, like I said, I talk about my life. So whatever is going on behind you, whether it's a cat or a child, let them speculate, right? Like, let them say what they're going to say, because no matter what I say about my life, I'm not telling the truth. They know the truth. And that's stupid. That is the stupidest thing I ever did here. I don't know how you commentate on my life every day, my life stories. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. We just got to let them talk. We just got to let them talk, because Brittney, you're doing the damn thing. You are doing the damn thing.
Yeah,
Well, Brittney, I think I can hear it. Ma'am, like you're tired.
I
You're
am.
tired.
I am
Agreed. I
exhausted
feel like
in
every
every
time I
way.
come in here, you're on that too. I agree. I have to co-sign that.
Yep. I'm
And
100%
you know,
exhausted.
yeah. And sorry, I'm putting out pine needles, but
No, it's okay.
I think you're tired. And I think some of them are tired. And maybe one would say, well, she's tired and tell her to get the hell off the internet. But, you know, Brittney, you support your family with this. So I can't expect you to just leave. And also, if you left, I don't think that would do anything either. You have a right to be here just like anybody else.
Absolutely.
And listen, Brittney, if you've said things in the past,
and on the flip side of this, Nonsense has a right to be here like anyone else. And Queenbee has a right to be here like anyone else. And Clue has a right to be here like anyone else. And Granny has a right to be here like anyone else. And Jay has a right to be here like anyone else. I have a right. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Everyone's got a right to be here, and without the threat that, oh my God, you're going to take my channel. But we get into that in a second.
you know, like with the whole Clue and that website or whatever happened there. I don't even know what the hell happened there, but you know, like I don't even know that whole story. But if something was ever said that was off color, then that sucks. But it doesn't equate to continuing to beat a dead horse. And again, I really do think this would have already ended a long time ago if people weren't making money from it. And that's just, and I'm not in anybody's pocket. Hell, I mean, I am kind of jealous, but I also have to sleep at night. So
yeah,
I would never be this kind of person. I'm not a creator because I know myself too well. I'm way too sensitive natured for that. So I would never put myself in that predicament. But if just one person could hear my plea, then that's worth it. And just like they say, you know, about Nunya and Jonesin and Dietz, like moral authority, more authority. Okay, well, you know, nana boo boo, like sticks and stones.
And you know, they're going to talk about her whether they're getting paid or not, and that is the harsh reality. You know, it's like, oh, I almost, you know, like you said, you can almost understand like why they keep on beating the dead horse, right? Because like they're paying their mortgage. Let's think about that.
But here's the thing. Are they really beating a dead horse, or is Brittney every day coming up with more lies and more bullshit? In my opinion, she just keeps coming up with more lies. She lies about me in this. It's the main reason I'm covering it.
But at the same time, even if they got their monetization taken away tomorrow, they would still be talking about Brittney. And
that is absolutely not true. This is about money for them. They absolutely would not keep talking about Brittney. They would move on. Until they got the monetization back, maybe then things will change. But no, I disagree with that.
That's something she has to accept.
Well,
because we think we accept it. We think we're strong. We think we're getting through it. We're getting through each and every day. We're going through all the dramas. We're doing our streaming every day and all the things. But like, you're not really accepting it, because otherwise you wouldn't. Because I come in all the time, and it's just like one thing after another, and they're like, it's crazy shit.
And I don't even
Yeah.
want I don't want anybody to lose their channel.
No, I
want
don't
anybody-
either. But
Now, Queenbee brought up a good point. Be Real says her channel's taken a big loss. Not according to Britney. According to Britney, her channel's doing just fine.
And that's why, but I can guarantee you this: if the shit keeps going on, that's what's going to happen. Look at Molly. Look at MGL.
Yep.
MGL thought she was invisible. Nothing was ever going to happen to her channel.
Absolutely great example.
She was almost at 80,000, and then she says something about Mallory, and then somebody was doing something maybe they shouldn't have been doing on her live, and then she woke up and then her channel was gone. You know what's funny about that too is some of those same people who claim to like love Molly now are some of the same people that tried to get that woman's channel taken down. I could name names, but I'm not going to.
yeah,
So that's
I'm
what
not
talking about
surprised.
that's what I'm talking about when we talk about hypocrisy and things like that. I do think that's an overused word, but
Yeah.
anybody who's been here for a long time knows that the same people, when Molly came back, when she was going at Betty, and Betty's a lot. Betty, I'm gonna keep my opinions to myself, but Betty is a lot. And once upon a time, Molly loved Betty. Betty loved Molly. Betty
Yeah.
thought Molly thought Betty was extremely talented and was going places.
Yep.
Vice
Yep.
versa. But
Sure did.
but you know, that's what that is. But you know, I just hope things can get better for you, for them. I hope things can kind of like calm down a bit.
Mm.
I mean, Brittany, if you could have it your way, what would you want to see happen? What do you want from them?
Honestly, and this is me. I'm not like them. I'm not out for vengeance and hate. Even after everything they've done for me, if I had it my way, I would like for everybody just to go their own way. Let me do my own thing. Y'all do yours.
Again, right there tells me there's no lawyer handling this. She would never say that if she had an attorney. What I do think is that she gave this attorney money for the shit going on with Granny. So technically, she's not actually lying because it is for YouTube, but I kind of think it's for the injunction.
You know,
Right.
stop targeting people and just, you know what I mean? Back the hell off. But no, they can't do that. They refuse. I've asked every one of them, and they say they'll never stop. So now I've had to.
Okay, now listen up.
Retain an attorney for an ungodly amount of money.
Oh
And
God.
And he has to stop this, unfortunately.
And Brittany, just so I'm understanding, and if you're not comfortable talking about that, this is fine. But you have shown receipts at some point about
Yes.
this return.
Yep.
Okay. Where did you show them on a live or something?
I did, and I can show them again. I threw up because I've paid him in increments of $2,000 because of that's the way my debit card's set up. I have a limit, a cap a day. So I have paid him 2 increments of $2,000 for in total.
Oh.
Did you hear that? She is paid in 2 different increments of $2,000 for $4,000 total. Her words. And she uses the word total for $4,000 in total. That is huge. Huge. One, because she raised almost $6,000, which makes perfect sense that Craig's getting all this stuff. But I just found that interesting because someone who really, truly paid the attorney tens of thousands of dollars would never say, I paid him twice with 2 increments of 2,000 for a total of 4,000. Nobody who paid more than that would use that wording. So now she catches herself and realizes she's fucked.
My God, I
and
didn't even know that.
Yeah, and I showed the actual invoices where it, I paid, and it was 2 separate dates that the invoices were paid, and I actually have more that
That's when she caught herself. She was like, oh, fuck, I just said that I paid a total of $4,000.
I have to show. And to be honest with you, y'all it's only going to be a couple more.
And the fact that she just said, let me be honest with you, she's lying.
Days, and then everybody will see I have attorney, and then I can show y'all everything I need to show. The only reason that I have had to be quiet to the degree that I have isn't because I have anything to hide or I'm scamming like they say. It's because you don't tell people what the hand that you hold. You know what I mean? When you're playing cards with somebody, you don't give them your hand. You have to keep it close to yourself. So I can't sit here and say what my attorney's doing or any of that, because that's just gonna, But I stick to my word, and I'll tell y'all.
Now remember, she allegedly paid this attorney back in July and the beginning of August, or 2 dates in July. We're now in mid-September. If your lawyer was going to do something, pertaining to creators, it would have been done already. It's too long of a time frame.
Very second that things fall into place, you'll see, and y'all will know, and I'll show every other receipt. As a matter of fact, we've shelled out a whole lot more money than what my fundraiser has brought in.
Moon, let me tell you something. Moon Cheese, I don't want to get in trouble again. Moon Cheese, let me tell you. You can believe whatever bullshit you want to believe. She stated this as clear as day. I made 2 payments of $2,000 apiece for $4,000 total. That is what she said. You can believe her gaslighting. You can believe her bullshit. That is what she said. If you had all this money invested, the last wording you're going to use is, I paid him twice for $4,000 total. She stated exactly what she paid. 2,000 twice for a total of 4,000. That is 100%. And that's correct. And an attorney would have told her to shut the fuck up.
Paid out of pocket for a lot of it.
She can't get premium, but she's paying a lawyer out of pocket. Bitch, sit the fuck down. That is total bullshit.
Wow.
So,
Britt, I did not know you got an attorney.
Yeah, and these people sitting here saying, oh, she's scamming, she's taking up an ungodly amount of money. Bruh.
Right.
Hold on.
Brittney, kind of like I'm paying my bills talking about you. No, Brittney. I haven't made one fucking super chat all night. Not one membership, not one super chat all night. Where am I paying my bills off you? No, I'm just calling out what's right.
Hold on. We don't need to be talking about how much money has been obtained by attorneys, and they have every prerogative to obtain money for attorneys. Queen, in regards to Betty chose to do that, not Queen, but Queen's gotten a lot of money.
Way
Queen
more than
is
I
not
did.
showing any receipts, and that is her prerogative. But she said, fuck y'all, when it came to showing receipts. So everybody said, okay, got it. Granny's had to obtain an attorney and get funds. her prerogative. If you needed to do that, your prerogative. If you were advised to ask and show receipts and you did and they still didn't like it, that's their prerogative. Okay, if something's going to happen, it's going to happen. Again, I hope nobody loses their channel. I hope, whatever happens, it could be done civilly and that be it. At the end of the day, this shit right here needs to be done. It is played out. It's boring. It's dumb.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's
Dumb.
strange.
I have a question. For the people saying that it's done, okay? I know, Janessa, and I love you for it. As far as subs being, and this is like a sub question, as far as subs saying they're sick and tired of it, so why are they watching it? Turn it off. There's a million people on YouTube you can watch. But I find it almost hypocritical that you have all these people stating it's played out, but you guys, they don't have to watch it either.
I agree.
And who thinks it's entertaining to get kids upset? Like you did, I'm sure that upset your children when CPS came.
Yep. And can I just say? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Even if somebody, sorry, Brittany, but even if somebody thinks it was just for CPS to be called on you, why do you want it done again over and over and over?
Right.
I can almost guarantee CPS in my town, in my little town, if somebody was really going through something and CPS was called and like something terribly wrong was going on.
Brandley, I've had CPS called to me 5 motherfucking times from YouTube. 5. But none of them were legit. So it didn't matter. Only one call put me over the edge, rightfully so. But the rest of them didn't fucking matter. Everyone's making it out like Britney's to be so traumatized. If there's nothing wrong, then it's just another asshole call. Just blow it off. No big deal.
Those kids would have been removed that day.
And there are people online like Shani.
And that is not true. They do not automatically remove children.
For Christ, who we watched her freaking children get taken away for good reason. Why are we utilizing CPS when they're in Illinois? There are kids sleeping in DCFS offices because there are nowhere for them to go. But we want to call them on people online that we don't know nothing that's going on in their life. For their kids can sleep in a fucking, because that would be better than sleeping in their beds at home. Assholes.
You know what's funny? It's funny you say that about Shani. Shani and Rev are pieces of dog shit. And now Shani has turned on her son. What? I'm not even getting into Shani's wildebeest behind. And God forgive me for saying that because she's a woman, and I said we shouldn't talk about women, but Shani's not a woman, so I can talk about her. But
here's the other thing. I don't know if it was covered yet or not because it's kind of long. But Bentley says that he doesn't want to see channels get taken away, and then she says the same thing. Okay, so if you don't want channels to get taken away, and you don't want, and you're not suing them, so what the fuck is this lawyer doing? Hey, Sammy, then what the fuck is this lawyer doing then? Make it make sense. They're not taking channels, and you're not, whatchamacallit, and you're not suing. So what is he doing?
Here's the thing. Let me use an analogy when it comes to Shani and Rev. As despised as they are, I guarantee you, if they found their way over here, and if they knew how lucrative it was over here, believe me, they'd be here yesterday. But as despised as Shani and Rev are, Brittany, if they started going after you, they'd be embraced.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They'd be loved.
Can we just point out Laura Who would have thought Laura would be embraced by some of the people that's over there in her chat now?
This is when my ears perked up. Brittney, aren't you the one that sat there and said, I'm a CPS caller and you would never sit with me and blah, blah. You said that out of your own mouth. So why are you so shocked all of a sudden? You sat there and lied to Sinner and said how I'm losing my mind and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. When I had your back for months, but I also hadn't watched anything. I also hadn't seen any of it because I can't stand the constant hold-ons that you do on your channel. So I don't watch you, but I still had your back. I still stuck up for you, even not knowing everything, which is my fault. But again, I can't stress this enough. I turned on you, or I don't know. The person Facebook messaging me, I'm reading it and I see it, and I will hit you up after. The difference is, Brittney, once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. I just could not unsee it. But that whole thing started because I was sticking up for you against Granny. Do not put me in the same fucking category as Queenbee and all them. I'm not. Because, like, when it comes to the injunction, I think you got scammed. I think you got scammed by a scammer like Nick and Betty. But when Betty's right, I'll stick up for Betty. When you're right, I'll stick up for you. That's a fact. And anyone that knows me knows that about you, knows that about me. But when I continually see lie after lie after lie after lie, nothing you say becomes credible and everything becomes a lie. I have told you point out blank, but you seem to forget this and never mention this. If you came clean about everything and stopped fucking lying, I would be on your side. Even if you still hated me. Even if you hated me. You even accused me of fucking calling CPS on you, bitch. And I still said that if you came clean about everything, I would not turn on you. But every day you bring me up in a web full of lie after lie after lie after lie. And then you're shocked that I'm calling it out. Again, do not ever put me in the same category as your haters, because I'm not. But there's nothing I can do when you continue to lie.
I mean,
Well,
if you want proof of that, just look at Laura. And hey, Froggy.
hey, that's because she jumped on the bandwagon. She sees all the fucking money that's being made.
Can someone please point out all the money I'm making off Brittney? Please, I'm waiting. I've been told I'm an old hag. This is what I've heard. I'm a washed up YouTuber. I have heard I'm making a shitload of money off Brittney's name. I turned on her to make all this money. Am I missing something here? Like, for real? I just want to know if I'm missing something. And it's like, it goes to show me how much these people are into money and how desperately these people are into money, because that's the only thing they fucking talk about. I have not asked for super chats. Yeah, my dead channel. I have not asked for super chats. I have not pushed memberships. I don't do any of that. I'm going to eventually, but I don't do that. But all of these people talk about fucking money and how much money. It's like they're so fucking afraid that money's going to be taken out of their own fucking pocket. And it's just so fucking pisses me off. Yeah, exactly. I'm not a bash for cash. They are. But they're so worried that their money line might stop that they want to blame me. No, I'm not like you. I will never be like you. I don't do a bash for cash. Sorry, been there, done that, way over that.
and
Yeah.
that's why she's jumping on it.
Oh
All these
yeah.
people
Oh yeah.
she sees all the revenue she can make off of that, all the likes she can get. Oh yeah, all the people come in her chat. That's what she's all about.
You do not know the first fucking thing that I'm about, because if you did, you wouldn't be saying this. Do not put me in the same fucking category as these assholes. And on top of it, not one of them have ever had videos that even come close to my top videos. Not even close. So don't act like I've never had a community, or I've never made money, or I've never had numbers. These people act like I just started and I'm trying to build with 500 channels. You know who was the first motherfucking person in the DC to get memberships? That would be me. I was the first person in the DC to get memberships, and they were so fucking mad and jealous. You don't know me, frogs. You don't know my history. You don't know where I came from. Yeah, I had a little, I had a bad year between outing of the CPS and cancer and everything else. But you know what? And I mean this, and this sinner, listen up. I've paid my fucking dues for that. It's about fucking time that people are realizing, all right, she's paid her dues. We've protested long enough. She's changed. It's time to move on and forgive her. It's about fucking time. And I'm sorry that everybody's got such a fucking problem that I have an opinion. Everyone's got such a fucking problem that I have people in my chat. Fuck off. But don't act like you fucking know me when you don't know a fucking thing about me.
But as far as the CPS, that's fucking bullshit. That it's like Brittany said.
It was over 4 fucking years ago. Get over it. Fuck. Like, the funny thing is too, if they had a ton of shit that real life shit that I've done past 2021, I might listen. They all revert to the one fucking thing I did in 2021. Move on. All these people have done so much worse, and nobody fucking cares. But when it comes to me, oh no.
That is a CPS worker that could be working on somebody else's case that really needs it. And that's what I've been trying to say all along. That's what I've been saying. You can't be calling CPS on people just because you don't like them and because you want a false report over shit that you think you know. You're not there. You're not in her house 24/7. I'm not there. I can't say what you're doing or not doing in your house. I don't fucking know. Is it any of my business to know? Fuck no, it's not. But excuse the language, but I don't know what's going on.
And even on top of that, not only did I take ownership immediately, I've said I was an asshole. I was an asshole back then. I was a fucking idiot. And I said some horrible things to people. And I owned every single one of them. Never denied it. Stood proud on it. And yet, all these people forgive the ones that lie, deny. It's crazy to me. And we just sit there like, what the fuck? You're okay with this, but you're not okay with someone that owned it? So it's like, okay, just lie to me.
You're going by assumptions and assuming things. You're assuming she doesn't have firearms that are unsecured. How do you know that?
Exactly. Exactly. They don't.
But that's the part of storytelling. That's the part of what makes their channel. They take you saying, sit your ass down, you're talking to your cat, but they're going to say we got to call CPS because she told her kid to sit their ass down.
You know what I'm saying? It's almost
You know what I'm saying?
counterproductive that I
Dude, nobody called CPS because she told her kids to sit their ass down. That's not why CPS was called. And I'll be honest, I have my instinct of who actually called CPS. I really do. Thank you, Kelly.
leave my camera off because I don't want them, zooming
Yeah,
in trying to find
yeah.
anything. But then it's like, well, shit, if I don't turn it on, they're making up these scenarios that are absolutely not true. It's like no matter what you do, my kids used to be able to come in the office with me and chill because people are like, oh, her kids hear all these bad things. Dude, I wear headphones and earbuds. My son doesn't hear this conversation. It's quiet on his side. But they can't.
Joanne, one of her old mods or recently left mods? An older mod? Because that's who I think it was. Mandated reporter.
Well,
They're
not
like,
to
oh,
mention, they probably got earbuds in too, so they don't have to hear you, ain't it? Because I
yes.
know my kids would.
And yeah, that too. They got their own damn headphones and earbuds on, but they're, devices.
And
my
we don't
kids can't.
know.
Exactly. My kids can't even come in the room anymore. You know what I mean? Like they're allowed to come in to tell
Which
me
is
what they
probably
need.
which is probably for the best, Brittany, when you're
Yeah.
online.
Me too, Joanne. I don't think she'd admit it, but that's who I think did it too. Just because she kept saying how dangerous position the kids were in, I was like, yeah. But does she really have a separate office? Because I don't believe that. The kids are way too close. You hear the TV too much. I don't believe in this separate office. I don't.
In all honesty, um, uh, I think at this point, just not a good idea.
Well, I mean, they're going to have to at some point because if they need something, they're going to have to come in.
I mean,
And that's
I
just
get
a
that.
part of parenting, yeah. But I mean, they don't know for sure that they're in the room or that they haven't left the room. How do you
Exactly.
know that? You don't, you don't know. But they're going to
And
be.
your kids are big enough to. How old are your kids, Britt? I'm so sorry. Your kids are big enough to know not to come in unless they really need you and stuff,
Yeah.
right?
So my little ones, I have a 10 and 11-year-old. Neil and Christian's 10 and 11.
Oh yeah. They
And
might
then,
as well
of
be
course,
16.
right.
like
Yeah,
the way
and
you
they don't want to
spell
be
Neil's
around you
name.
no way. See, that's what I'm saying. These people
Only
are
when they need
crazy.
something.
Right.
I like the Brittany. I like the way you spell Neil's name though.
Oh,
by the
thank
way.
you. Thank you.
Really quick, just to tie it back to Nunya and Deeth and Joneson, I adore them. Truly, I've known them now for about a year. I don't need to defend them. I don't need to take up for them. They do that on their own. But I'll be damned if I keep hearing that Nunya's a piece of shit. That she's a quote unquote more authority. Same with Deeth. Same with Joneson. I can tell you right now, those ladies would do anybody. They would do anything for any one of us in Joneson's Discord. And let me take it there. I am going to talk about Discord because there's been some nefarious things that has gone on in that Discord. I can assure you that there is nothing nefarious that ever goes on in that Discord. It is about a handful of people that.
Okay, Brandley, let me explain something to you. And I'm not saying, before I even say this, let me just say, I'm not saying this is going on in their Discord. So I'm not accusing them of having any secret rooms. But please don't say stuff like that because it makes you sound silly. Discords have secret rooms. Creators have secret rooms. I don't anymore, but we used to. We used to have a ton of secret rooms. And, for the mod specifically, or your inner core circle, don't be fooled thinking that there are no secret discords. And again, I'm not saying they have one, but in general, you've only known them for a year. You only see what they want you to see. So please don't embarrass yourself with, nothing goes on in there. You wouldn't even believe the shit that went on in our Discord way back in 2019 and 20. Every single creator wanted to read our Discord. That's how bad it was. But they didn't have the secret Discord with me and the mods. And I've even gone into those rooms now, like just to laugh. It's all old stuff. It's hysterical to me. We were horrible. The way we talked about people, other creators, we were fucking horrible. So don't ever think that, that Jones's just so, picture perfect. And again, I'm not saying she's not, but even for another Discord that you go in, don't be fooled. Even Jay is for Justice. Ask her about the cunt conversation. She'll tell you all about it. The cunt room or whatever it was. So just don't be fooled, thinking, keep your eyes open, because many creators have secret rooms. Just saying.
Just talk on normal day-to-day things. There's no secret rooms. There's nothing, even with the whole yet bullshit. No, like they tried to turn that on them. None of that's true. Like, I'm not going to try to get into it, but when you hear something so many times saying, like they're enablers, we enable you. That's bullshit. Like, and I'm tired of hearing that. Just because y'all don't like somebody doesn't mean that they're these terrible people.
Right.
Just because somebody.
And trust me, when they are released, it hurts. We had one. The girl who leaked it has passed on, so may she rest in peace. I don't harbor any anger towards her. But we had Facebook messages for like a year, probably, of all my mods. And this was in 2019. And she decided, after she left, that she was going to give her password to my haters. And they got everything. I mean everything. And they looked at it forever. And they went through with a fine-tooth comb, and they just kept talking about it and talking about it and talking about it. And it was horrible. But that's what I'm saying. So, and my Discord had no idea that we even had this room until it was released. So just keep that in mind.
Is in a gray area, and they don't want to see somebody get gang targeted, and they try to stand up for something, doesn't mean that they're pieces of shit. That y'all want to say that because it's easier to say. Y'all want to say that because it's easier to go along with the narrative that Jonesin is a child doxer. She FOIA'd something. Okay, yeah. What? Oh yeah. Jonesin did FOIA something because she was trying to prove a point. And I think if she could go back, she would never do that again. But Jonesin is not this.
I am going to say this for the 100th time. Jonesin did nothing wrong. She should not be embarrassed that she did the FOIA. I don't know why everybody's all in an uproar about the FOIA. Queenbee fucking lied. That's where this started. If Queenbee hadn't lied, then Jonesin wouldn't have had to do a FOIA. I don't know, Nunya convinced her that it was so bad. She did nothing wrong. Don't fucking lie, and people aren't going to try to prove it. That's it. End of story. And I stand by that.
Horrible person. She's not. But I mean, hey, if we're going to talk about things being nefarious, what about when her grandfather's house was doxxed, where her kid went to school every morning, where her kid had to go every morning to get on a bus that can no longer do that anymore. Like, things, people don't think about stuff like that. Like, they run with the narrative, and the narrative is those people over there are bad. They're pieces of shit. Don't listen to them. Nobody likes them. They're not a part of this community. Well, we are. We're going to continue to be a part of this community because we have a right to be a part of this community. I love them. I love you, Brittany. I love
Oh, Holly, I'm sure she's been back. I don't think she ever left.
Queen. I love I love nonsense. I love Clue. I love all of them because they're people and they deserve to be loved. And if that makes me weird, then I'm weird. You know, like I'm not a holy roller. I am a Christian because, you know,
Not all of them. I got rid of our secret rooms a long time ago. It just became too much. Every time a mod left, they would leak it. I said, fuck it, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm done with private rooms.
I am.
Nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being a Christian at all. I'm proud of being a Christian. Do I go to church every Sunday? No. Would some people say I'm going to burn in hell because I'm gay and I like men? Yeah, sure, but I do, and I'll continue to. Being gay is just one part of me. Being gay hasn't been easy, but it certainly hasn't been something that I regret. Being gay is, I think, a gift because it's taught me a lot. You know, like I haven't exactly, but I'm also not the kind of gay guy who is like, you know, like rah, 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 rah. Like, you know, like I'm not a lefty. I'm not, look up Block Cabin Republican and you'll know who I am and we'll keep it there. But I'm tired of hearing people trash them. We get it. You don't like them.
Right.
That's fine. I love them.
Oh.
And I also love Chasen. And I also love Lindsay. Also love Andy. Also love Elle.
Brantley, I'm so hurt you never said my name. I thought we were cool. I thought we were friends.
Also love Soflo. Also love other people. Who else do I love? Oki. Also love whatever. I love everyone. Anyway, I love all of the disco girls. They're my girls. They've been there for me. You know, they're great people. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on in a tangent.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I was actually I was getting a message. You did me a favor for a minute. Somebody said they got
I love her too.
timed out. Guys,
she couldn't tell you a fucking thing he just said. Not one thing.
just be patient with my mods. If you did get timed out, I'm sure it was by an accident. Lindsay said, shout her out.
I did shout you out, Lindsay.
Okay.
When they're in the chat, and they're like, Brittney, you didn't say nothing to me.
So Brittany's supporters in here. Got a question. She did a 24-hour live, basically. She was live like 7 times. She's did this live for almost 4 hours. Can you tell me why she's not falling asleep? If there's no drugs at all, can you tell me why she's not tired all of a sudden? She was up till 6 o'clock in the morning. This live was only a few hours later. So tell me how all of a sudden she's just not tired. And she's staying awake. She's wide awake. I would love an answer.
Oh, wow, y'all. Crimit. Like, look, come on, Crimit. What the fuck? Like, how many accounts do you have, Crimit? Seriously.
Brittney, why are you addressing Kramit? They're paying you membership for 3 months. Say thank you and move on.
Yeah, I think you're amazingly sweet, Brantley. That's why I didn't mind. I knew you weren't going to come up here and be hateful. I didn't even think of that from the beginning. But Froggy, are you okay? Because I haven't got to talk to you since you got doxxed. That really made me mad. I hope you're good.
I'm all right. I'll be all right. I got pissed off the other day and I just about quit, but you
No,
know,
don't let them.
I changed it. But we're not talking about me. We're talking about you. Brantley's good people. I think I've seen you over in Stinson's. So I don't have a problem with Brantley at all. um isn't that where you don't you go over to Stinson's? Aren't you in Stinson's usually? I think I've seen you over there.
Over,
Brantley?
yeah, I don't know. Brantley, are you still with us? You might have had
He
to
probably passed away.
put us on hold for a
Oh.
minute.
I just I don't think this is gonna end very well until something legally is done. I
Yeah.
think they've gotten away with so much of this
Yeah.
that they
Now, here's another thing that really fucking bothers me. And I know my mods will appreciate me for this, but it's true. Why does Britney want to scare her mods? Britney should be telling her mods, don't stick up for me, don't say anything, you don't need to. She should not be scaring her mods to the point, even gaslighting her mods, to the point that her mods are so worried for her. Britney, they care for you. Stop gaslighting them. Stop making it out like you're so lost or hurt. You're not. You feed right into this shit. And your mods are more worried about you than you're worried about you. That's a fact.
know that they could get away with it. They keep continuing to do it. Um I don't think, people I've seen people give you advices like I
Can y'all hear me?
understand that they're trying. Yeah,
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
it's okay, Brantley. I don't think I think even if you took a hiatus for a day or two, it's not it's not gonna do a whole lot of good because once you come back, they're just gonna go right back
It would
on
do good for her, though.
Chronicles. It could be anybody that's got a channel. They could go after Jones and they could go after,
They do
but
go after
I
Jones.
mean, well, I know they are. They're going after anybody that's actually uh standing up for Brittany. That doesn't like the dogpiling. That they're against anybody that does it.
And why?
Um,
And why is that so wrong to be against somebody being dogpiled, whether you like them or not? Whether you think Brittany has done things that you can never forgive, or whatever that may be. Like, why does it have to be this hard? Why does it have to be so dark and dangerous? Like, why does it have to be this? Can like I
Well,
thought
and
maybe like go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say, I think we have to remember, too, it's camaraderie in the chat. I don't think most of it has anything to do with we hate Brit and we can't forgive Brit for this thing she said in 2023 on July 12th. No,
Right.
I think it's I'm going to go hang out with my friends because there's fucking 1,000 people in there listening about how Britney snores and she's a bad person. But, right, like,
Nobody talks about Britney snoring. What they talk about is Britney nodding out, and her breathing is so bad. And that's another thing. If she's not on drugs, then tell me why her breathing is fine normally. Her breathing is not that horrendous when she's not nodding out. But when she nods out hard, the opiates take over and it fucks with her lungs. Prove me wrong, because she's perfectly fine when she's regular breathing.
all the camaraderie in there, and then it just turns into a big old hate stream, and it does it, and it not entices. That's not the right word.
You mean like when Brittany lies to people and then you have a whole chat telling me how fucking horrible I am when I didn't even do what Brittany said I did in the first place? You mean like that, Tyra? Or Brittany's mod coming up there saying how much I've turned on her? You mean like that?
But I hope you know what I'm saying. Entices that hate towards with the people who are weird and participate in bad behaviors like calling CPS.
And I think they do it because, no offense, but I think that they think that Brittany is someone that they could get away with. They know that
I
she will
agree.
respond, and she's like me. I'm not the kind of person that will just stand by and not react to something when people are saying things about me. I've got to stand my ground. I've got to speak up about it, and they know what gets to her.
What makes me sad for her mods is that Brittany's the one making all the money and they're the ones that taking all the shit. They care more than Brittany does, and that's sad. Brittany should be protecting her mods. Brittany should be the one that's like, they're going after my mods now. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to interject, blah, blah, blah. She's making her mods paranoid. She said she's changing and doing lives earlier. It's 11:30 and now she's going live. See?
Her, and they use that against her, and
Absolutely.
they absolutely just try to bait her into falling for anything and everything. And so they will just come up with the most stupidest crap, just like this, this whole cat thing. I guarantee you
She was probably busy watching Queenbee.
that this is some bullshit that they started, and they knew that, oh, she's gonna run with it. She's gonna make a big deal out of it, and then we're gonna have content. This is how they get content. This is how they keep going day after day after day. I don't
But this is Brittany's only content too. Let's not forget.
understand how you're okay.
Peace with it and just realize that, like, people, I don't know who specifically, I couldn't tell you, who genuinely, hear me out, believe that your children are being neglected because of your choice of job being on YouTube. Okay. Now, if you just can come to terms, it's hard, I know, with the fact, because I'm called a bad mom too. So, like, I'm there with you, Toots. But, like, if you could just come to terms with the fact that, okay, these people really, truly, at least that's what they're saying, right, believe that I'm neglecting my kids. I know I'm not. I just have to pray no one calls CPS for the 18th time, right? Like things like that. And that will help you to come to terms and peace with that too. Because see, you're not a drama channel, and I've always been a drama channel before I started talking about
She's always been a drama channel.
my life. So, like, you're just not with the shits. And that's a good reason to, I think, pinpoint you, because you took off the way you did. Like, you have come so far in just a few years, Britt. And they're jealous. I mean,
nobody is jealous. Well, Granny was. But Brittany has the power. I'm sorry, Brittany lost all of her mods to do her research. So she didn't really have anything. And Brittany's not even paying attention to them until she starts getting money. Then her whole attitude changes.
and that's what this all stems from. But they're jealous, of course. But, like, you're so soft spoken, and you know what I'm saying? You're not me.
They know you're getting
Not
up
even
there. You were starting to become something, and
Oh yeah. Oh, they hate her for that
Okay.
true crime channel she got going on. They hate her for that. Are you kidding me? How many of those people really came here for true crime and ended up in trauma in less than 6 months? No, not Brit. It's been years.
Well,
Years
you know,
I can't watch Brit streams because she's talking about true crime instead of just like kickbacks like she used to do.
you know what is funny? So
And this right here is why she wants an open panel. Just like the other one. Your whole panel will carry you while you're not even paying attention to them.
I don't know how many in chat knew anything about the OGDC or anything about it in terms of like really being there or just kind of heard about it in hearsay. Because I remember very vividly when everything started to turn. The whole thing happened with the St. Jude thing. Lord knows I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. If anybody knows, they know. But when that happened, everything started to dismantle. It was kind of sad because there are some amazing people in that community. Again, I wasn't a heavy speaker in there. I didn't really go on panels. And some did dox somebody, there was going to be hell to pay for it. Did people get doxxed? Yeah, they did. But it wasn't anything like this. So that's why when I talk about this kind of stuff, whether anybody wants to hear my opinion or not, I'm just me. I mean, it's because I'm stunned. Like I'm sure there's way other worse communities, but hell, even the LCU doesn't do this shit. Like they do some crazy ass stuff, but they
Right?
don't do this kind of stuff.
Their
Like
stuff's more
Keem-
like comical.
yeah, but if Keemstar would, you'd be fired.
Then, just like Britt said, oh no, you were fucking shunned. Don't you dare go real life on people. Doxing was probably as bad as it got, and Krama was nasty then.
Well,
Mhm.
Since I am Keemstar's girlfriend, I'm gonna tell him because, like, even when I go into other places, like this is a television program. This is like
Yeah.
watching.
Remember all that?
Oh my God. My kids are my CPS has granted orders to remove my kids from the home. Bro, she's closing the case out. Like,
Wow.
what the hell?
But see,
Wow.
Brittany, but Brittany, you're gonna have to learn to like just let them say it because they're gonna say it anyway, no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
Like
And that's
when,
the truth. That's
even
the
if you
truth.
even if you showed a piece of paper.
How many times does Brittany need to hear this? It's the same thing over and over and over again.
Tomorrow saying, hey, this case is closed, they're gonna say it's fake paper, that it is not right, or they
AI.
would know that it is, or
Yeah.
or some of them blue. Like, but these people, they love her. They hang on her every word. They and in some aspects, I can get
Enough that it may come down to something really, really bad happening to somebody.
that everyone can when the best, and she could be like,
I think the rest is just poor Brittany, poor Brittany, poor Brittany. And I thought there was something else, but I guess there wasn't. I'm sorry. I don't have sympathy for someone who lies and lies and lies and lies. You just can't. And then she talks all this shit about me and then's like, I can't believe Laura. What? What can't you believe? I don't like fucking liars, Brittany. And I've said that to you. I just don't like liars. Come fucking clean. I'm like, there are flexible options. Holly, didn't somebody give you shit? Was it Sinner I heard? Somebody was giving you shit I heard recently. This just seems too stressful, and then put an attorney on top of it. YouTube is not, all right, as someone who's been on the top and at the bottom, it's really not stressful, depending on how you look at it, I guess, is the way to put it. It can be stressful, but so can anything. But I'll be honest with you, drama is not stressful. True crime, there's a lot of stuff to look up to do it right. That can be stressful. Editing is a pain in the ass. But turning on your fucking camera, turning on your thing, and you don't even need your camera, and you're talking shit on someone, there's nothing fucking stressful about it. Sorry, not sorry. It's just not. And if you can't handle just at the end of the day or after you're live, just turning it off, then you probably shouldn't be doing drama. Just the way it is. I do too, Millie. I used to be a lot worse, though. I don't have a problem with MK Ultra. I mean, I don't really know him, but seriously, you just, as soon as you're done, turn it off. Be able to turn off your feelings. But speaking of turning it off, I'm going to get off because I am starving. I didn't think I was going to be on for 3 hours, but I'm hungry. But when Queenbee said that, it put me over the fucking edge. So, all right, but I'm going to get off. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Hopefully there'll be something more exciting than Brittney J to talk about. Because honestly, I'm kind of getting bored. I just wish she would stop lying and don't mention me. If she doesn't mention me, then I won't mention her. All right, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Hit the thumbs up on your way out. And that's it. I'm going to eat dinner. Peace.